This is Lockout. This is the KI tournament starting in about 10 minutes. Originally, I had a budget to work with, right? And there was a $1,000 prize pool for the tournament. And so I went through and I was like, all right, let me delegate everything. I got to pay this person. I got to pay that person. Drew Face made all this, the lovely design you'll see here, and also the overlay that you saw in game. And like Auric helped me with the overlays you're going to see inside the game that have like the scoreboards and everything on them, which look really cool. And then besides that, there was also all my bracket runners. So I'm paying all my bracket runners. I'm paying everybody that's helping me make the tournament happen. So then after it was over, I was like, okay, cool. I've got like everything's ready to go. I'm feeling good. And then I looked at it and I was like, I'm going to make too much money. So the prize pool today will not be $1,000. The prize pool today will be $1,500. And instead of doing a top 3 or top 4 payout, which is what I was thinking about doing, instead we're going to do a top 8 payout. So the split will be slightly more even down towards 5th and 7th, right? So it won't be a top 4 payout or a top 3 payout. Everybody will get some money. We have a budget. Last time it was all my money. So, you know, this time it's a little easier. Smash UG is helping out, which is very nice of them. They hit me up and they're like, you want to do a KI tournament? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. We should definitely do a KI tournament. And they're like, all right, cool. So they've been really nice about that. Working on the Tusk cosplay. I got a real caveman look about me currently, I'll tell you what. I figured, like, you know what, I'll just let it go. That's a very pleasant noise, isn't it? All right, so it's 2 o'clock, which means you guys should be able to check in on the brackets in case you guys don't know. So if you're playing in the tournament, Smash GG, brackets are live. You guys can check into your match. If you don't check in, you'll get DQ'd, so check in. And you have to check in for each match, by the way. Keep that in mind. You got to check in for each match. Don't make me performance test. Okay, I performance tested yesterday. Don't make me do it again. I'm going to guess they're both in the lobby. Hell yeah. All right, how is the audio chat room on the video game here? I wanted to make sure it wasn't too loud. I left it a little, what's it called? I left it a little quieter than I thought because KI is a loud-ass game. KI is a loud-ass game, so I can turn it up in a second here, but it is quite loud. Once you know, you guys have only been hearing menu music. Once you hear the gameplay, you'll have a better idea probably about whether it needs to be turned up or down. All right, well, we got our first match. Wow, he just broke lights like that? Is that the kind of fight it's going to be? That was a good punish. Open with lights again, and the lockout. Nice, like 35 on that. You know, I have a bad feeling for Bluntbudman. Mr. Bluntbudman, I have a bad feeling. One thing I would say that is an important sign when you play KI is if your opponent is like immediately getting locked out. First of all, you know, this is not like one of those things where it's like a movie and you want me to say lockout. That's bad for you, right? You don't want the name of the tournament to be in your gameplay, but you have to be careful about locking out right away in most combos, right? Like, you don't want to guest break immediately unless you have some kind of read. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. Good challenge on the surge dive kick. This should kill. Yeah. Use the shadow on the lockout so that way you can tag on some extra damage there. Pretty important, I think, in matchups like this. Gas break frame 1. This is going to hurt. Level 4. 51%. Medium auto doubles. Dash through reset. Light linker. Restand. And the DP out. Yeah, if you don't know too much about these characters, Shadow Jago is a really tricky kind of mobile character. And Sabrewulf is a very, like, stand in front of you, you know, do his good buttons, dash through and get some mix up. You can dive kick here. Oh, or jumping heavy punch. No break on the heavy auto doubles or the medium auto doubles, but that time does. Sabrewulf still has instinct here too, so you have to be careful for the Pharaoh cancel. Ultra? Nice. Yeah, so you have to be really careful. I mean, both of these characters, you know, they kind of have pretty standard archetypes that I think most of you are familiar with. Sabrewulf is a character who is, you know, he just has really good buttons. He has a dash that goes through your body, so he can do left, rights. And Shadow Jago is like more air mobile, right? So he spends more time in the air than you'll see Sabrewulf spend. However, he has the same kind of idea. Good left, right mix-ups because his dash can go through you. And in general is a solid character. I think he's one of those characters that like takes a little bit of time to really master, if that makes sense. Bro, I missed that. What up? Thanks for the sub. Who made the overlay? Same person that made the full screen cam, Drew Face. He did a lot of awesome stuff. He's done quite a few things for my channel that are really good. So I would encourage you to check him out as we get our second game here. Switch to Hisako. Yeah. I forgot to do the mute, but I'll do it for the next one. He's a ridiculous character with no bad fights and a dumb tool set. He's a dumbhead. I hate him. I think that most KI characters are unique enough and they have, you know, interesting tools to handle a lot of situations. Caught backdashing out. Probably trying to get away from another command throw, I would guess there. But yeah, one thing you talk about Sabrewulf and how his no break, huh? You talk about Sabrewulf and how he has like really solid ground normals. That's kind of Hisako, and I expect in matchups like this, right? She can sort of abuse the fact that Sabrewulf. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, they could have broken the medium auto doubles. Those medium kick doubles. No breaker either. That's gonna hurt. That's death. Ouch. The thing I was going to say is that she can kind of abuse that he wants to approach on the ground by using her really good buttons, right? She has some great buttons to kind of keep people out. Wake up counter. Ooh, that's a bad lockout here too. Although no wrath gauge, so this doesn't matter as much, I think. Wow. Oh no. That's a punish. Restand, counter. Damn, 1-2-5 breaker. That's a lot of extra life lost. These wake up counters, opener ender, nice. These wake up counters have really worked out well. Yeah, gets the command throw on the other side. Wake up dash through the regular throw. Spends the shadow. This is pretty good damage. Doesn't take the damage ender though. Just went for the juggle. About to be on ultra. Oh no. Yeah, that'll be ultra. 2-0. For Redwulf. The wake up forward dash is pretty good, I gotta say. That's like one of the Sabrewulf classics right there. It's a good one. It's like, if you think, especially if you have instinct or if you think they're gonna respect like wake up shadow eclipse or something, it's a good wake up option, right? People are just like surprised about it. They don't know like what you're gonna do, so I think it makes sense to you know, keep in mind that it is an option that could happen. Is it double LM? Yeah, double LM. Yeah, if you see like a purple glow or like yeah, like a purple hint on moves, those are shadow moves. Think about them like EX moves or super moves. That's basically what they are. You'll see them on the screen all the time. They cost 1 meter, and there's 2 meters you can see at the bottom. Some characters have other uses of meters that you'll see and stuff like that, but for the most part, that's the general idea you should remember. You can spend them on other things as well, too, which is pretty nice. Gets the commander. What was the 3 whiff light kicks before that? That's what I want to know. No break on the heavy doubles. Yeah, and backdash on wake up. I think backdashing is a really solid option, you know, against most characters most of the time. One thing you have to remember, though, is against a character like Sabrewulf, he dashes through you, right? So sometimes you try to backdash against them, and then you get forward dash into his face, like into his mix-up, and then you're just like, well, that sucks. And it's not quite what you want. So you kind of have to be cautious about just, like, going for backdash automatically. Wake up crouching heavy bunch. That's a punish on the forward dash, though. Oh no, look for the counter. Oh no. Yeah, one thing about that is like, so when Sabrewulf does that move, Ragged Edge, he is negative. So he's not going to hit another button after for you to counter. You just have to take your turn instead of trying to go for it. Yeah, there's the heavy linker. Gets the lockout. One thing that Redwulf is really good about so far is like every time Redwulf sees a lockout, immediately just does a shadow. Right? And I think that that's something that when you're new to the game or you're learning is really hard to remember. But like, you know, once you've played for a while, people are much better at that. And you can see it here. Shadow again here. And that should be ultra. Very nicely done. Damn, it's like that. Game 1. Don't say GG's, bro. It was BG's. Don't even say it. Alright, that was a cool set. Thanks very much. Don't even say it. You ultimate me? What do you mean by guest break? Isn't every break a guess? No, actually. Well, in some ways, but no. Most of the things that you see in KI that people break or try to break are things that they are reacting to. You can actually react to a lot of the things in the game. So you guest break only when you try to break something immediately or something that you know is going to be fast. And you're not sure exactly what it's going to be, so you just take a guess. Right? But there's a lot of things in the game you can react to and just break. I think that that's a perception about the game that people maybe don't know. That is really common. That KI has lots of things that are breakable on reaction, right? If you have basically any question, it can probably be answered by ki.info.net. Welcome. I need to swap the names. Excuse me. Nicky's picking Hisako? What? Has he been playing Hisako lately? Yeah, goes low, tick throw. Hisako is a really strong character in this game, in case you guys don't know. She is quite popular, but also very good, in case you guys are unfamiliar. I think people who don't play KI maybe just think, oh, like, she's the ghost character, right? She's cool. This will be close. Oh, damn, it did kill. That did mad damage. She's a really, really, really good character. Besides, not that is the classic double whiff throw, and then you get the punish afterwards. Command throw doesn't have full wrath meter, so no combo after. There's the possession. Gets clipped low. Resets again. Command throw again. This gives you a hard knockdown, so you get to recover your wrath gauge. You see it in the bottom right. Counter hit, ultra. All right, game one. We'll see how game two goes. You know, it happens. This character's hard to deal with. So, you know, like, Jago has a DP, right, chat? So you're just like, why doesn't the number 7 just wake up DP, right? Like, you know, you can just DP the setups or whatever. The cross-up air on Ryozan makes the DP whiff. So it's like, it's not easy to deal with the pressure because her air on Ryozan beats that. And then she also has counter, right, too, which is like a really good option. One thing you keep seeing is that Nicky does like first hit a Rekka and then the number 7 tries to hit a button after and it doesn't reach. He either has to hit a further button or not challenge because it's not reaching, right? So you have to make up your mind. You got to make the tough choice between hit a button that goes farther, which is slower and might get hit, or don't challenge there and then let Nicky whiff or something like that, right? Yeah, combo after because of the wrath gauge. No combo after this one. But this will be point blank mix up, arrow on Ryozan. See what I mean, chat? Yeah, the delayed linker. Hard knockdown. No meter to shadow counter. Oh, gets the back throw though. That's a punish. Especially when you're point blank like that after a wind kick, right? It's pretty easy. Command throw super fast. Nice try. That was actually, you know, it didn't work, but that was a much better adjustment from the number 7, right? Like game 1, it was rough. Game 2, did you see him try the standing heavy punch? That was a better try than hitting, what was it, crouching medium kick that didn't reach. Also, another thing is you can always jump, right? Which is scary against Hisako because she has counter, but you could always empty jump or empty jump throw or empty jump low. Those are options against it too. It's hard to deal with. Her grounded normals are just honestly very good, especially when you're cornered against her. It's tough, man. It's tough. And you know, number 7 is up against one of the best KI players to ever do it. So that is that's a tall task. Yeah, I like the sweep try. Punish. Nice. Oh, God. All of a sudden, it's like a platformer. You're like, why am I being sucked to the left side here? Wait, what? And then you just get pulled in and die. Nice try. I like that standing heavy punch. I think maybe forward heavy kick would be better, or jump forward heavy punch. Yeah. DPing on wake up, not very good against arrow on Ryozan. It's like, it naturally beats it, right? It's a natural counter. This will be one chance. Oh, just went for the counter breaker thinking something was going to happen. We'll try one chance this time. Yeah. Did a little delayed light linker. Yeah, everything is like auto spaced out so that Hisako's in like a great range and you are not, right? She's just one of those characters that's really good at that. See that? It just, yeah, it doesn't reach, right? So if you're Jago, you have to either hit like forward heavy kick, which is slow, it can get counter hit, or you have to try to jump, or you have to try to backdash, right? It's hard. It is hard to do. Not like this. It whiffed again. I can't believe that didn't hit. Not enough. Cross up air on Ryozan? Nah, just chilling. Just chilling. Alright, 3-0. Nicky moves on. One of the favorites in the tournament for sure. Also, you can go check out Nicky's stream if you want to go see it. It happens. I see a lot of people mentioning in the chat, saying stuff like, well, what am I supposed to do if I'm a new player and I want to play KI if I'm up against Nicky? Just play other new players. There are other new players for you guys to play against. You guys in the chat, you know, this is an important lesson, chat room. And Infilament beat me to it. This is an important lesson. People in the chat are like, what am I supposed to do? I watched that. You know, Nicky is just too powerful. You know what is more impressive than that is number 7 was like, I'm going to sign up for this tournament and play. Cool, I get to play Nicky round 2. Hell yeah, I get to play in this tournament on stream. It's hard to sign up for a tournament. It is hard to sign up for a tournament and then play in a tournament, right? Like, it takes a lot of heart. And not only that, to play on stream, a lot of people get very nervous, right? So that was cool. I'm glad he signed up. There's also a lot of new players playing in the bracket in general. So even if you play in the tournament and some guy beats you up and you're just like, man, that sucked, there's other new players you can find in the Discord who are down to play. Yeah, 2-2 is like pretty solid. I mean, especially considering, right, like if 25% of people go 0-2, then there's a pretty big chunk that are going to go 1-2, right? And then 2-2. Like, it's like, you know, the more you think about it, the more you realize, like, damn, this shit's hard. I'm happy to be an 0-2er, more time for casuals. It's true. If you're in the tournament, you play less games, actually, than if you're playing casuals. It's true. That's an important thing to think about. Alrighty. Damn, we've seen so much Hisako today. No punish on the Trailblazer. Oh, cross a bomb. Alright, lights the arms on fire. If you guys don't know how that works, right? So Cinder's a unique character. He has enders that will light your arms or legs on fire. He can choose. And when he does that, oh no, level 4. Yeah, it takes the damage. It builds up potential life, and anytime you hit the button, right? So you hit a punch or you hit a kick, you will gain more potential life. One chance? No, not even a one chance. Could have ended the combo much earlier, actually. Pops the instinct. Where's the DP? No DP. Oh, the Trailblazer hitbox, and that'll do it on the throw. So yeah, you light the arms on fire, the legs of the arms, and then the character is just kind of like, you know, they have to kind of wait it out if they don't want to get their, what's it called, their potential life up or just extra damage on the next combo. Shadow Command throw. Oh, missed the air on Ryozan. Nice, breaks the heavy doubles. No, there was no delay or anything. Wall splat into the arms. So ThighHi's going to burn a little bit here, but, I mean, you get the combo. Oh, it doesn't take hard knockdown, actually. Oh, that was messed up. The counter on the wake up DP, but no, what? Still linked the shadow? That's how plush she was? Oh no, and you could have ended the combo a little earlier, but it doesn't matter. Oh. Yeah, just zoning with this Inferno, that combos. And it only hit twice there, actually, so the Shadow Trailblazer wasn't even breakable. Oh, that was really good. Use the medium kick cross up into the bomb explosion as a manual. This is going to kill. Damn, that did mad damage. There's so much potential life. Yeah, for a second there, it was looking like ThighHi was making good progress too, right? It was like, all right, this match is looking like it's about to be close, and then all of a sudden, you get everything, single thing on your body lit on fire, and then you just explode. You're like, well, yeah, fair enough. She countered, whiffed command throw, and then did Shadow Onryo's on, and it comboed. Like, like she had so much time there. Yeah, so Cinder, he essentially has damage over time and how the potential life works. So if you see the health bar, and this is a good match to look at this because it's Cinder. When people get hits or when they land combos that don't get cashed out, right? They don't do an ender to the combo. You'll see that the white life stays at the top of their health bar. So like if you look up Cinder when he hits you or when he lights your arms on fire, there'll be white life that's just chilling up there. And that white life accumulates so that when you get a hit, like, you know, it explodes and you get all this extra damage, right? So Cinder doesn't do a lot of damage by himself, like just kind of naturally. But what he does do is stack up potential life. And then once that potential life is stacked up, he does huge damage on his next hit. This is really solid pressure from Tyzo, by the way. Bomb out. Goes for the throw. OTG. Yeah, uses the Trailblazer. Lights the arms on fire. So look at ThighHi's life. You can see the white is slowly ticking up, right? Which means when Cinder gets his next hit, this is way more damage. Oh, yeah. That's huge damage. So that's how Cinder works, right? He lights your arms on fire, and that combo does like 10% damage. And then the next combo, if your arms stay on fire, does way more. All right, takes the launcher off the target combo. Cinder has a punch target combo that's light, medium, or heavy punch in any order, and the heavy punch at the end will launch. Oh, tick throws after Inferno. That's a lot of damage, too. There's so much potential life. You have to respect it when you're fighting against Cinder, right? You can't hit those punch buttons. Oh, man, this is so bad. Bomb setup again. Oh, mashed out. No, the punish. Oh, not again. The music at the end. He's just doing the target combo tick into the Inferno and then getting tick throws after, and ThighHi's not ready for it. Yeah, the white life will go away in time, right? You just have to wait it out. So depending on whether whether he lights the legs on fire, the arms on fire, you just have to not hit your punch or kick buttons for a certain amount of time, right? That's just how it goes. Yeah, the cool thing about Cinder too, in case you guys don't know, chat, is you can pick any color for him you want, and whatever color you pick, all of his projectiles, all of his bombs, all of his fire is that color, right? It's really cool. So if you pick like a pink Cinder, everything's pink, or if you pick blue, everything's blue, right? So it's a pretty cool part about the character. Yeah, the combo breaking will end it and return a percentage of your potential life as well, which is cool. So breaking combos will help. Can I increase the volume? Do I need to increase the game volume? Is it too quiet? I can boost it a bit. I just don't want it to be too loud. Yeah, I'll boost it a bit. Okay. I'll give it a little bit more audio. Probably up here is fine. All right, recapture on the air. Down heavy kick. Wall splat ender, which actually did okay damage because of the potential life. Man, this is bad. This is pretty bad. Already early, activates instinct. Look at the arms though. Oh no, shadow confirm. You have to break that. Yeah. If you don't break the Shadow Trailblazer there, it's just gonna be an immediate cash out, right? And that is really bad for you. Wow, air to air. This is really, really rough. Oh no, that'll be a punish. Oh, Manuel's crouching heavy punch straight into recapture. This is level 4 ender. Hits in the front. Oh man, I would have blocked cross up too. I feel that. All right, gets clipped by the Rekka. Manual after, drops the combo. Tyzo's sitting comfortable. Air to air off the bomb again. Breaks the recapture. Nice. That was a good break. All right, and staggered the crouching medium kick. Oh, no. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Bum. Damn. Everybody knows that feeling. You try the counter breaker, you're like, it's time. It's time. I counter break. I know it's going to work. This is my chance. I've been waiting my whole life for this. And your opponent's just like, huh? And then you're like, well, I thought for sure he was going to try to break. And you know what happened. I was looking for someone for so long. And then they showed up right after I went to the next match. It's always funny. Okay. I said in the names right. That's funny. What are you going to do, huh? Alright, so we get some more Hisako. Element's a really strong Hisako player. Get some more Jago, too. Jago's a cool character. You went 2 and 2 because you had 2 DQ opponents. I count those. Take them. Take them. Damn, the dash through right at the start. Good block. And good punish. One important thing about fighting against Jago. Oh no, that's bad. Lockdown on the delayed auto double. Yeah, she gets guaranteed command throw after the wall splat. Into the hard knockdown. Air on Rio's on in the front. Locked out early. Not quite on the shadow meter yet. Command throw again. It's so brutal. She just pushes you onto the spear. Oh no. It's an overhead Aham. You gotta stand up. You gotta watch out for it. Third hit Rekka cancel. Oh god. Oh god, it hit? This is a lot of damage actually. Alright, just a big raw chunk. That's like what, 40? Yeah, 48. Uh-oh. Oh, it hits in the front. Heavy linker, medium doubles do get broken. Yeah, not much you can do there. One thing about Element, and you'll see other Hisako players do this too, is when there's a counter breaker or there's a breaker on a combo, they will almost always do shadow after. It's like really common when you get reset back to neutral. Oh god. Yeah, in instinct, so everything's a counter hit there. Oh man, this will be a combo after this. Big damage. One chance breaker, it was just a light Rekka. Oh god. All lights, not enough to kill because of the lights. Goes for the raw teleport. Teleport again? No. Just trying to zone out, get some chip damage. Air to air on the dive kick. All right, Aham's alive. I'm sorry, everything's a counter hit. Yes, that's how Hisako works. Her moves are buffed when they're counter hits like everybody. Oh. Yeah, nothing you could do here. No meter to shadow counter. Oh my. Okay, get stuffed this time into Ultra. I thought we were in for 2 times the demon. I was like, you gotta be kidding. I was ready for it. I was like, is this gonna happen again? This is about to be a thing again. All right. Oh, they'll switch up. All right, 1-0. What is Shadow Jago's deal? He's regular Jago, but he's just really sad about life. So he's very relatable. He's his own character in the same way that like Ryu and Evil Ryu or like Akuma are different characters, right? Like, you know, he has like his own set of moves that are very different, and he's kind of like more of a hit and run and mobility character than Jago is. Jago's like a standard Shoto, right? So he just kind of stands on the ground and throws fireballs, does uppercuts. You know the drill, right? You know what Shotos do. But Shadow Jago is very different. He has a dash that goes through you, so he can mix you up in that way. He has like weird fireball juggles. He has a dive kick. He's a very different kind of character than regular Jago. Breaks you around the world. Oh, counter on the dive kick. That was smart. Especially because like a lot of characters don't want to stand there and deal with regular dive kick or surge dive kick, honestly. Because it's hard to deal with. It's hard to block. Yeah, again, hard to do anything after that. If you break against Hisako, you got to respect it. Oh, God, yeah. All right. Fool me once is all it took. Finds an early hit. No break on the medium doubles or the medium linker. Wall splat, command throw. Element's really in a nice spot here. This is a big lead. Yeah, dash up command throw. We haven't seen that yet, right? It's always been air on-rails on. So then once Aham like started blocking that and challenging, we see this. This is a lot of damage. Oh, reset. One chance. Boop. The little poke at the end will do it. Element with the 2-0. Yeah. That is a funny question in the chat. Is this game still alive? There's 2,000 people watching a random tournament on a Saturday with a 150-person bracket that was scrounged together very quickly. The bracket capped at 128 within like 2 days or something. And then the 150, like the extra 30 or 40 players were people that couldn't sign up within 2 days. So then re-signed up on like a 24-hour notice. Game's been alive for a long time. When the netcode is good, you can just continue playing the game as much as you like. That is the nice thing about it. God, these counters are really good. If you guys don't know, Hisako, she's kind of interesting. She has a catch counter and command throws and slow walk speed. Her counter is triple punch or triple kick, and one deals with mids and highs, the others mids and lows. So the important thing there is that when you know the dive kick is coming, you don't have to worry about what side it's on or what's going to happen or whatever. You just do the counter, right? I'll punish on the DP too. So it's pretty good. I'm a big fan. Having a counter like that is really strong. The surge on Shadow Jago's meter, so he can spend surge meter, like that little quarter there, that little chunk, to do special moves that are unique, right? So they're not shadow moves, but they're like EX moves, kind of, if that makes sense. Damn, no break on the medium doubles. Does break the heavy linker, though. That's an easy break on the double. When you see the back heavy kick, God, these counters. When you see the back heavy kick, it's an easy breaker point, and this will be close. Shadow, not enough. Wall jumps out. All right, you can juggle here. Oh, went for the counter break at that time. I like the idea. I like the idea a lot. Element broke it last time. Makes perfect sense. I like the try. I like the try. Damn, that was pretty good. Well, GG's. Unless it was BG's. If they were BG's, BG's. I don't want to hear about it. Came in all irritable. Uh-oh, the lobby might explode here. Oh, no, it looks like we're good. Came in all irritable. Ugh. So if you guys are fans of Rash, this is going to be some good Rash play. This character is really good. Really fun. I encourage you, if you're interested in this game, if a character looks good to you, you should try the character, because most of them are quite good and quite fun. I think Rash is super strong and super good. So, you know, keep that in mind. Yeah, he has the tongue, as you can see there. Rash's tongue can eat projectiles, so it's very hard to zone him. It also builds in meter, which is really good. Knockdown, Predator stands, light kick, goes for the combo because it hits. Heavy auto double, no breaker. Throw back to the corner, goes low. No back heavy punch. Yeah, just gets counter hit. Breaks the light boot linker. Wow, was that a manual right there? That was pretty cool, actually. This will kill. Damn, that did mad damage. Yeah, Dinosaur versus Battletoad. This is a real KI match. Nice. That's backdash. Riptor doesn't have a regular backdash. She has a run. That's either forward or backwards. And as you can see there, like she has a set of options out of it. So all of her attack buttons do a different thing out of her run. And the heavy kick is a tail flip. It's very good. Shadow Wrecking Ball. Heavy punch. Activates into the instinct, the race car. Wrecking Ball, race car, heavy punch. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Uses the Shadow Clever Girl to get out of the back heavy punch. Back to the corner. Mortar. That's going to hit the Shadow Boot, but yeah, the cart was there to save the day. Boo! Nice work. Oh, jab hits, tongue in the front. Heavy kick trying to find the counter hit. Nice! That's really good use of the backdash. Saw that nothing was happening there. Got back in. Oh, Catches it into Ultra right away. Game 1. Game 1. Goes the baby. That was pretty impressive, I have to say. Good awareness, like, not only to backdash and then recognize that a backdash, like during the backdash, oh, I can just use my, what's it called? My light punch to just get back in. I don't have to commit to the heavy punch. That's like a really good, like, recognition of the situation, especially because it has armor. Like, the move is just really strong. Rash is a Battletoad? Yeah, he is from Battletoads. He's not like a Battletoad, right? I've only played Battletoads once. But he's like a Battletoad, right? He's in Battletoads. Why do people cut the ultras short? They don't usually do the full ultras unless it's the last game. If that makes sense. It's kind of like the ultras are long, so you really only do them on the last match of a set. You know, that's kind of the way it goes. Like, you know, when you see a super move the first time, you're like, whoa, that was so awesome. And then like the 1,000th time you've seen the super, you're like, meh. You know what I mean? That's kind of the thought process. It's the same idea. It's like, I've seen this so many times. I've seen this so many times. I'm just like, meh. That's the way it goes. Yeah, no problem, Captain Aham. I appreciate anybody who signed up for the tournament and is playing, or anybody who's coming through to check out the tournament. It's gonna be a fun day of KI. Man, that did not punish the jumping heavy punch. I'm super surprised, actually. That was good recognition on the juggle. Recaps with the light punches. That's a target combo Rash has. It's just light punch over and over. Last hit's a recap. Wow, the flame carpet. Oh, man, that was sick. Now, yeah, that was a fake on the tail flip, too. Just did crouching medium punch twice. Yep. Predator into the heavy punch. It's an overhead. Went for the counterbreaker. Gets the counterbreaker. This actually might kill. Oh, it doesn't go for the damage ender. Wow. Oh, wake up tail flip killed. You've gotta be kidding me. Man, that's a huge life lead. I like the tongue juggle there instead of going for the raw recapture. Great. Probably wall splat here. No, just takes the boot ender for the damage. This is gonna recap. Goes for the raw horns. That's a kill. Okay, doesn't extend too far. Rash is still gonna have instinct here. Shadow Boot versus Shadow Clever Girl trade. The card didn't give enough hits done. And then, yeah, I think that was opener ender maybe. I'm not even sure, honestly. Oh, went for the counter breaker. Nice. That was a good manual on the standing medium punch. Good shadow counter. That was the same setup we saw earlier, right? Recognition that the setup was double crouching medium punch instead of tail flip. Yeah, Predator cancel into the heavy punch into the throw. This is a lot of really strong offense. Caught the backdash tail flip right into Ultra. We hadn't seen tail flip the whole time. If you don't know, right, like tail flip is like a high risk, high reward part of Riptor's offense, right? So it's like a cross up, or you can also make it to go in the front, but generally it's a cross up move. And it does a nice chunk of damage, but you don't want to use it too much. Like when people expect it, it's kind of, it loses its luster. Does that make sense? It's like, you know, Riptor's going to do it, right? You're like, you're going to do the tail flip. I know. But to save the tail flip until the very end was really smart. Like the standing heavy kick right there caught the backdash. It's 2 hits, right? So it's a pretty good move for that. And then use tail flip right at the end to go into Ultra. That is like saving your best trick for last. You know what I mean? It was really, really, really smart. Tail flip's a good move. It's so hard not to just tail flip all the time, right? You're like, whoop, you just fly around the screen doing it. But if you actually save it for when it's good, yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's real good. Doom, doom, doom. Best stage in the game. Wow. It's like that. You're just gonna go to a completely different stage. I was like, yeah, this is the best stage. And then you just don't pick it. Do the stages matter? Not really, no. They're just what theme plays. So we get Jago theme instead. It's gonna go. Early lockout. This won't be that much damage though. Oh, got hit by the tongue. So Rash can cancel any of his normals into that tongue that you keep seeing over and over. It's quite good, but, to hit confirm the raw tongue is not always easy, especially if you're committed to something else. No break on the heavy doubles. Tries the guest break on the linker after. Mistime the shoulder charge. Shoulder charge has armor, so it's a pretty useful move for Riptor to meaty with. Yeah, that's the Predator cancel into the back throw. Again, you saw the meaty with the shoulder charge. Wow, it trades with the backdash? That is really rough. Okay. Yeah, it gets the manual after the cart. This will be cart, recap. Wrecking ball, throw. Close. Not enough. Shadow boot the chip, maybe? Uh-oh. That's going to hit. And that's going to kill. Damn. So Rash is out of instinct, but this is just a pixel. You can do Shadow boot the chip, maybe, or Wrecking ball. Yeah. Good choice. And waste out the rest of Riptor's instinct. Pretty smart. Oh, hung in the front. Solid mix up there. This will be guaranteed either combo or throw after. Yeah, it just takes a throw for the raw damage. Oh, jab trade. I like that too. You have to be aware of when Riptor goes for that backdash and is trying to get tricky. Like, you have options there that are quite smart. Low into the throw. We've seen that a few times now. Sweep. Raw boot for the meaty into the run cancel. Oh, the meaty was just a boot. Literally boot. Yeah, the boot from Rash is run cancelable. So you can do boot, light, medium, or heavy, and then run cancel it, and then get combos off of it. It's a really useful move. It's really, really useful for that reason. Alrighty. 1-2 now. Aphex puts one on the board. I like the control in that corner position. A lot of people, like, the default meaty that Rash uses is back heavy punch. It's an overhead. It looks like this. He goes like this, and it's an overhead. It recaptures. It's a really good move. So people tend to overhead block against Rash, right, because they're scared of that move. So Aphex has just been doing, like, crouching light kick throw or sweep, kind of trying to bait the low block, so then you can set up back heavy punch as an option, right? That's sort of the idea we're seeing here. Sort of the way the pressure has been going. Which is good. I mean, you have to condition your opponent, right? You can't, the most obvious answer is the one that they're going to expect, right? They're going to expect it. So you got to throw them off your trail, Make it so that an ace detective couldn't keep up. What is a recapture? It's when they're in the air and you bring them back down to the ground for a combo. And you can do a grounded combo on them. Breaks the medium. That was a medium linker there. That's one nice thing about the tongue. If you just randomly do tongue and oh man, counter breaker on the heavy auto doubles. If you do random tongue, like, it can just beat the projectile in this match. Wow, that did so much damage. Tried for the back heavy punch. And man, I want to see a better punish on the counter breakers. Aphex has been right on not breaking like 2 or 3 times, but has just punished with throw. If you see a bigger counter break punish there, I think your chances of winning go up by so much more. But that'll kill anyway. Is that different from a restand? It's just KI's version of a restand. Raw boot to start, goes low into the horns. Had what's it called? Had to read that it was going to hit, and there was no meter to shadow counter anyway. Oh, caught the backdash. Uses the wrecking ball for the wall splat. Boot after. This is a huge lead. Yeah, just gets clipped low. I think now the baby is like just getting hit on wake up a lot by just whatever meaty Aphex is doing. So for that reason, I think, you're pretty happy. That was a sick combo. Uses the tail flip for the recap at the end. The meaties have just been working, right? So I don't think he's that concerned. Wow, I thought that was a trade combo for a second, but I think Aphex just ended up more plus after. So that was a couple of quick games, actually. We're looking at 2-2 here. These cameos are killing me. Damn, this is a close set. It's been good so far. This has been good. I don't know where this is at in the pools, actually. I'm not sure which pool this is. If you hit exclamation point lockout, you'll find the pools for the event. You can look through them there. But yeah, this is a close match. All the pools have tough matches like this, to be honest with you. This is for top 32 winners? Nice. Okay, cool. Rash, Resident Sleeper. What could possibly strike you as boring about Rash? Rash is so tight. How could you not think Rash is cool? He's actually so fun. What I read when I read that was, I'm a dweeb. I just want you to know that. I translated it. Read the backdash. The light kick on Predator is plus, right? So, you know, a lot of people try to backdash after or look for a throw. So baiting the throw is pretty smart. Man, doesn't try to counterbreak the heavy doubles again. Yeah, that was smart. Waited on the Shadow Boot until after. Wrecking Ball in, heavy punch, heavy kick into that. Oh, that was a drop, but it worked out. No meter here. But the cart hits anyway. Who cares? And a breaker on the light boot linker. Oh, man. The cart... Dude, the awareness from the baby right there was really smart. The cart was going to mess up the combo, so just set up the flame carpet instead. Flame carpet. And the shadow, it's going to recap, but the cart combos off of it anyway, and then there's the break. Plus frames. Reads the backdash. Oh, man. There's nowhere to go. Yeah, break on the heavy. Crouching heavy punch was a pretty clever girl hit. I thought he was blocking. Mortar out. Plus frames. Combos off of it. This is bad. Mortar hits again. No, it's got armor. You can't just wake up through it. Try to get the break. Doesn't work. Oh, no. You needed that combo to kill. You needed that combo to kill. Oh, it hits, but oh, no. The manual heavy kick gets broken. The flame carpet. Uh-oh. Shadow, this can do it. Damage Ender or... No, Ultra. That is that. Avoids the reverse 3-0 and the teabag. Oh, man. And the Raptor Ripple at the end. GG's. It was BG's, but GG's. Oh, that was tight. My router got hit by lightning. Oh, GG's. Damn. Feels Riptor, man. My router got hit by the shoulder charge. So you saw that there was like a moment where Aphex tried to wake up with a Shadow Boot, and it got stuffed by the Riptor meaty, right? That's one of Riptor's biggest strengths is the shoulder charge has armor. So if you just do mortar into shoulder charge, there's not a lot of good options to deal with it. And in fact, a lot of the shadow wake up moves will just not only get hit and lose, but get hit grounded. So your uppercut doesn't even go into the air or whatever, right? You just get hit grounded and then a Riptor gets a free combo and you've wasted meter to try to wake up. Feels bad, man. Damn, feels bad, man. So chat, this is the unfortunate reality of online tournaments. We prepared for this. If two people couldn't connect to each other, and if two people couldn't connect and play, even with an intermediary in between, right? If you couldn't do that, we settled on a coin flip. It feels fucking bad, man, right? Like, you don't want to do that in a tournament. That always feels bad. There's no happiness here when you have to do a coin flip to see if the match is going to happen. So I figured to make it feel bad, to make it feel better, right, from the feels bad man position, we will do channel point gambling. So I'm going to flip the coin on stream via a Google coin flip, and you guys can bet channel points on the flip. I'm out versus Ostrich. All right. I'm out is heads, Ostrich is tails. Are you guys ready? I'm out is heads, Ostrich is tails. I'm flipping. All right. Here we go. It's heads. I'm out is moving on in the bracket after a tough series. A tough series. I'm sorry to say. All right, what's the next one? Bussy Blasta versus Low Skill God. Bussy Blaster versus Low Skill God. All right, get the predictions in. Get the predictions in. Bussy Blaster will be heads. which seems like such a horrible sentence to say. Bussy Blaster will be headers. I'll let the channel points roll in. But what else can you do, right? Either DQ them both, right? Rock, paper, scissors. It kind of sucks. It's a bad feeling to have to come down to a coin flip. What are the chances it's heads again? Come on, right? Like, it's not going to be heads again, is it? All right, here we go. Flipping. It's going to be heads. Oh, it's tails. I fucking told you guys. I knew all along. All right, Bussy Blast. I'm sorry to say you're in the loser's bracket. I'm sorry. You're in the loser's bracket. Well played. GG's. Close set. Feels bad. Little Bussy Man, little Bussy Man, little Bussy Man. You trying to summon him? I will summon him. It is our right. I hope I didn't spell that wrong. Did I spell that wrong? No, I spelled it right. Damn, he's good. Gotta click your shoes together. Alrighty. I'm sure this is probably close to top 32 as well, right? Alrighty, we got our set here. Ugh. Did I see Gargos Hisako? This is gonna be a game of cat and mouse. Gargos is a zoner, grappler, summoner. Is how he works. If that's an easy explanation to understand. His goal is to zone you and kind of, wow, perfect punish, actually. His goal is to zone you and then get meter so that he can summon. And then once he has his summons out, you know, ruin your day. That's kind of the game plan for Gargos. Crouching light kick, tick throw. And had Wrath meter. Breaks it, of course. The first time's a charm, right? You're gonna go for it. This would be a one chance here. Yeah. It was just a little light Rekka at the end there to get the kill. Undead Gamer looking good on this first life bar. Again, if you're Gargos, you gotta run here, right? That's the matchup. Uh-oh. Yeah, got the teleport on the other side. Summons Fatty. Command throw. This will be good damage. And after, what's it called? Good pressure too. Standing heavy punch. She got hit actually. And has stone skin. That's pretty important. So this is infinite armor. Oh no. Yeah, I had to burst. It's infinite armor, but if you guys don't know, armor in this game loses to heavy attacks, if that makes sense. So whenever a heavy attack is done, you know, it beats armor clean. Gargos can't block in that state. Oh man. 3-hit Rekka, tick into the shadow command throw. Arrow on Ryozan in the front. Oh no, gets hit crouching. Breaks the heavy doubles again. I have a bad feeling in the long term of the set about that. Oh no, she jumped. And gonna hit sweep. Oh, you woke up command throw knowing she was gonna try to block the burst? Excuse me? Oh no! Not like this. Gargos tried to grab Hisako and he grabbed his own minion. That's how you need to call HR. You need to call HR. This guy, instead of grabbing Hisako, he just grabbed his own minion. He can do that? Oh, yeah. When he grabs his own minion, he has different options out of it, too. So you can do a few things. You can suck the meter that you spent on doing the summon in the first place back, and then get meter out of it. You can throw him. You can set them down. There's like 3 options. Is there another option? Throw them, drop them, or steal the meter? I think those are the 3 options. Yeah, so you get meter out of it, which is cool. Oh, wait. Chat, I've been informed that the coin flip between Bussy Blaster and Low Skill God didn't matter because they could connect and they played and Bussy Blaster won. Well, well, well. We didn't need the coin flip after all. You guys got to do a coin flip for channel points, though. That's cool. Give me back my points. You spent those points. The coin flip was still real. Let me update the score. Undead Gamers up 1-0. Medium doubles, no break. Medium doubles, no break again. That's a pretty good sign, actually. Starblade might be worried about the counter breakers, or maybe just is not seeing the medium doubles. Try to tag. Did you see how plush she was, chat? Arrow, Onryo's on hit. She dashed forward and then manually. She is so plus. Command throw here? Oh. Yeah. Sweep here. Oh, not like this. Went for the sweep counter anyway to beat the burst. Oh, feels bad, man. That sucks so bad. Oh, catches the backdash manual again. Has shadow here. Doesn't spend it. Oh, no. Chill, man. It doesn't have to be like this. Command throw? No, it just goes for the heavy burst. Yeah. Had to burst out, but I mean, at what cost? You know the one time you cancel... Oh, no. I was going to say, the one time you cancel into the Psycho Crusher, he's just going to counter it. All right, trying to run here. But low on life. Not low on resources, at least. Yeah, short combo. Steals meter, which not really necessary, but all right. This is good. He has heavy doubles, medium linker. Summon. Stabby's out. Anti-air. Oh, no, juggle. Oh, hits the minion. He's got 1 health left. Oh, catches the jump out. Recapture. Ultra. Damn, he's good. Poor Stabby. Supreme victory. What are the... Somebody asked what the dots under the combo means. So that's the level of the ender. So if you notice when people end combos, the combo is either 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, or 4 hit at the end. And it scales in damage and effectiveness depending on the kind of ender based on the level. So that's the KV meter. And the longer your combo is, like the more damage your combo is doing, the higher the level is. That's how it goes. So you can think about combos in that way. So when you hear like a level 2 ender, level 3 ender, level 4 ender, that's what it means. Somebody also asked, what are auto doubles? They're like the punches in the combos. Punches or kicks in the combos, the normal moves. They're 2 hits that you always see, and they are 3 strengths, light, medium, or heavy. Could it be that the loser is banned from the stream? No, I'm going to ban you instead. Yeah, another thing to consider is that if you reset or the combo gets broken, the white life will stay. So what ends up happening is, like, you know, if you have a lot of potential life there, it'll build up. Or you can do a combo that you reset a few times, and then after it's reset, you know, you have a big ender to stack on there. Something important to think about. What kind of ender is Brioche? Definitely level 4. I love Brioche. Ooh. All right, has caught on to the dash up into the light, manual there. Gets chased down, resets into the command throw. You probably just meaty heavy kick here or something to beat the instinct. Yeah, that is messed up. Well, that was so messed up. Countered on the drop and then the burst got eaten up anyway. Oh, man. That sucks so bad. It beat both things. It beat both options. Like, what are you going to do? Breaks the medium doubles again. Man, this is looking rough. Undead Gamer is too ready. I think he needed to delay the burst slightly and it would have been fine, but he burst too fast. Oh, didn't try it that time, though. Yeah, sweep. Sweep. Goes for a command throw this time. Oh, punish the burst. Into danger anyway. No. Not like that. You think he's alive, chat? GG's. You know, that's just kind of how it goes, chat. Yeah, her command throw is really quite good, especially because if you don't know, if she has full wrath gauge, just a little green meter on the bottom, she can combo after her command throw. It's really good. She has 2 command throws. One where she pulls you in, and then one that's point blank that's really fast. She's a good character. She's a grappler. And also, her thing is that the wrath gauge lets her do counter hits, and she has special counter hit properties on her moves as well, which are really cool. She's a really interesting design. Really interesting design. Alrighty, I think we're already like into our top 32, right? I mean, we're moving right along. Your link to the bracket, exclamation point bracket, is wrong. Yeah, because the link is exclamation point lockout. So it's not wrong. It's just different. You ever think about that? You're just looking in the wrong place. If you look for your car keys where you normally leave them and then they're in a different spot, your car keys aren't wrong. It's just different.
Watch out. You might get cut. Target spotted.
I could do that. That doesn't look that hard. Yeah, this would be a pretty interesting match. Orchid is generally a pretty grounded character. She has really solid grounded buttons, and she has a really good Rekka. And Maya, on the other hand, has strong air mobility, but also really good grounded tools. So it's going to be interesting to see that. Yeah, double dagger hit, combo off of the jump. When she dashes forward, she can jump, and she keeps momentum either forward or backwards, and she does quite a lot. Forward heavy kick just hits. Nice break, though. The Shadow Tumble is one of those. It's a good check. Like, if you don't know how to break it, you're going to be in trouble. Yeah, you notice that Maya didn't anti-air the jump. Her best anti-air is crouching heavy punch. And if you don't have both of her daggers, you actually can't do your punch normals like that. You can't do crouching heavy punch. So, oh, no punish. Oh, gets caught low. Went for the break. Whiff on the Mantis. This is pretty bad, too. That's going to hurt. Doesn't kill, but it's a pretty clean 50% overhead. No break. Air throw kills. Damn. Yeah, the way Maya's daggers works is that her heavy attacks, her heavy punch attacks, are both daggers together. So if you throw one dagger, you don't have access to the heavy buttons, but you have access to the other punch. So one dagger's medium punch, one's medium light punch. You just lose that when you throw it. If you throw both, you have no punches. You just only have your kicks. So she has to manage where her daggers are on screen. It's something that she has to worry about. Although her instinct brings both of her daggers back into her hand. Wall splat, jump over. Oh, 2 hits of the Rekka. Yeah, you have to finish the Rekka there. If you're going to do a staggered Rekka, oh no. All right, chunky damage. Also has the Rekka. Yeah, unblockable. Homing, unblockable. Inescapable. This is bad. Oh no, you did too many things at once. Oh no, and you missed the break. Not like this. A chip. Oh god. He did too many things at once. His brain tried to do 4 things at the same time. It happens. Yeah, the red health bar is just the second health bar. KI has 2 health bars, the green one you see in the beginning and then the red one. Instead of having rounds, the life bar just goes away and then you guys, there's a little break and then you keep fighting. Orchid does have an invincible wake up. Yeah, she has a Buster. It's her uppercut. I think that's the name of it. Pretty sure that's the name of it. Yeah, crouching heavy punch anti-air, double dagger juggle. Into the DP follow-up. Pretty solid damage, actually. 17% meterless on an anti-air is pretty good. With punish. That was real good. That standing heavy punch from Orchid it's just one of those ground buttons. You know what I mean? Heavy linker. Goes for the sweep. No grenade. Oh, way too early, unfortunately. That forward heavy kick is a very fast overhead. It also beats throws because it puts her airborne. It's a really good move. Heavy punch. Yeah, she can juggle off this. That's gonna kill. Holy smoke. Just got hit airborne by that standing heavy punch, and look at all the damage just tagged on. Yeah, this is one of the things that's funny about this game, too. This got changed pretty late, actually, that the characters have the juggle points on, like, Maya's Tumble Kick or Orchid's Flick Flack, and it allows those air juggles and confirms that normally you wouldn't have before. And it gets hit low again. Break on the medium doubles, though. Oh, no anti-air that time. I think one thing about Orchid is that her walk speed lets her anti-air without committing. Oh, no breaker. That's death. Her walk speed lets her walk out of the range of jump attacks and then hit like medium punch to punish the landing, or air throw or crouching heavy punch, which we see from Maya instead. Nope, blew out. Yeah, I was gonna say there's not enough KV to go for the combo there. Instinct available. Oh, the dash cancel, double dash cancel. Not probably what he wanted. Not like this. That counter breaker. He's broken that like 3 times already, or tried to break it like 3 times. Big chunky damage on that. DP does not care about the forward heavy kick mix up. It's like, look, I don't care. Oh, no. The dagger, unblockable. Oh, missed the juggle. That's a big drop, though. And that'll do it. One thing that happens in a matchup like this is Orchid, you know, traditionally has pretty good anti-airs, but Maya's jump dagger is like a really good deterrent from trying regular anti-airs, right? If you try to like crouching heavy punch or something, her dagger out of the air will like beat you, and you'll be like, damn it, I tried to do this thing, and like my anti-air didn't work. But having that option, the air dagger, kind of like throws off the anti-air timing. And then she does a regular jump, and you don't anti-air, and you're like, damn it. Damn it. Oh no, the bots. Oh god. Alright, I'm going to put on subscriber only mode for like 5 minutes, alright? The bots will go away. After this match is over, we'll just remove sub mode only, and then it'll be gone. Trust me, the bots go away quick. They don't stick around long. Overhead's blocked. Oh, wow. They both neutral jump, break on the medium doubles. We've seen a lot of medium doubles. Wow, break the light doubles? Excuse me? Oh, my. That feels bad. That's like 2 counter breakers on that, and he's trying to break it all 4 times. Wake up grenade. You just wake up Granados. That might, no, I was going to say that might catch, but yeah, too far. Shadow counter active frames. Saves the day. Blessed be to Iron Galaxy. Oh, almost worked again. That made shadow counters way better on defense. Yeah, that's a round start we've seen, I think, 3 times now in the second life bar, which is just the immediate jump into crouching heavy punch. She lost the dagger here, though. She only has the medium dagger. Oh, missed the manual. Maya has really good kick buttons anyway. Don't break it again. You've got to be kidding me. I tried to warn him. Goes low, heavy doubles get broken, slides in. Oh, you need forward heavy kick. Yeah, that's what you needed in your life. And the break again. Don't do it. Okay. All right. All right. We live in a new reality where he didn't try to break it on the last time. Not like this, man. He's like 7 for 7 on your doubles. No, he's going to do it again. Oh my god, breaks the heavy tumble kick. Unblockable, misses the juggle. Oh, it's too many hits. Alright. It all worked out. Alright, I turn off subscriber only mode. We should be good. GG. TheHungryMann moves on. Sometimes your hands just can't help themselves, right? What means bots came? There's a bunch of view bots that showed up. There's like, hey, you want to get famous on Twitch? Click this button. It's just, you know, it's just bots on Twitch. If you have a certain amount of viewers, actually, I guess it doesn't always even matter how many viewers you have. You get spammed with those bots on Twitch. Bum, 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 bum. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, by the way. We're almost on top 32. I think our top 32, by the way, was scheduled for 4:30 my time. It's 3:40. And we're about to get into it. I'll reset the names real quick. But I think we're pretty ahead of schedule, which is a nice feeling. Wow, what an anti-air. I'm actually really surprised that hit. Yeah, this is best stage theme, I think, for sure. Wrecking Ball. I tried it again to get the anti-air, but it didn't work. Crouching Heavy Punch. Recapped. Takes the boot ender. That was pretty solid damage. Meterless 38 on that. Nice, that was a good combo off the kunai, actually. Sweep for the knockdown. Missed the jump heavy kick, but I don't think it ended up mattering too much. Still got the pressure. The noise of the tongue eating the projectile is pretty good, I have to say. Oh, this is big. Shadow. Bing, 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 bing. Not quite, but pretty close. Oh, the boot hit. That thing has a humongous hitbox in front and above Rash. It's really hard to get over it unless you're behind me. Uh-oh, this is bad. Yeah, gonna get a recap again. The triple ender. Oh, the overhead doesn't hit the web. Saves the day. That's pretty important, though. Sadira's instinct's really strong, so she needs this instinct to kind of get some kind of use here. Yeah, web hits. Set out the web again. Double jump mix-up. Empty jump low. Heavy. Doubles. Broken. If that was Counterbreaker, I think this match probably immediately swings in the other way, to be honest. Is that a frog? That's a battle toad. Don't you ever. You see the helmet he's wearing? He was in the war. Don't you know the one? Oh, flip out. Goes in the front. Goes low. Good block, actually. Blocked the back heavy punch last time, too. Yeah, that crouching heavy kick from Rash. The big normals with the axes on them from his legs, those are his heavy kick, standing heavy kick, crouching heavy kick, and jumping heavy kick. Those buttons are all really good. All really, really solid. Huge range. Breaks the target combo. Oh, no. Yeah, hard to punish that, though. Maybe heavy ram would have done it. I'm not sure, honestly. Oh, my God. 3 heavy kicks in that. It's a nice chunk. 33%. And he has instinct, too, which is pretty important. I think he's okay with Sadira. Oh, no. I was going to say, if Sadira activates first, Shadow Boot, rides the card out. I think now we'll probably see Wrecking Ball into the cart. Cart goes away. He can't afford to get hit here. Oh, the punish into Ultra. That was a one-hit match. That was a one-hit match, right? Because if Sadira gets a hit, I mean, it's going to be web. It's going to be tough to break, right? If Rash gets a hit, he goes right into Ultra. So, pretty scary. So, what's the percentages on that one? Well, I just mean, like, if you get a counter breaker when you have a pixel of life and your opponent's on their second life bar, that is really rough. There's so much that they have to make up so quickly, you know? I think it's really, really rough. Frostwolf? Yeah, Frostwolf was in the Twitch Rivals tournament, too. The pools are tough, man. They are really, really difficult. I saw that he did beat Wheels in winners. I don't know what happened in the rest of the pool for losers. I can pull up the top 32 pool after we take our little break here. Uh-oh, missed the juggle. Caught the backdash with a jump heavy kick. Try to challenge with jab. The funny thing about Rash is, yeah, his standing jab is a good challenge. It has a good hitbox. Easy to tag people with, but you kind of rapid fire it like that, and you get whiff punished pretty easily. Ooh. That's pretty rough. Tongue in the front. That was good patience not to immediately tech the throw on the wall splat there. Heavy boot. Tongue action. Breaks the light. That was going to be a flip out there. Shadow boot. Again, unless you're over Rash's head, you're going to get hit by that move. Wrecking ball. Oh, went for the flip out. I think with that potential life, Shadow boot might have killed. Uh-oh. Flip out in the front. Heavy. Oh, no counter breaker. Not enough to kill. I think Rash here just has to look for Shadow boot or, yeah, Wrecking ball is pretty good too. Yeah, one thing that we've seen in this matchup a bit is when Rash jumps back, I was just going to say, he can eat the kunai out of the air like that, which is pretty rough for her, right? I mean, that's one of her main approach options, and Rash can just steal meter and take it, right? So it's pretty good. Goes low again. I'm out is scared of the back heavy punch, right? Which is a really good option for Rash. Second instinct. This instinct's got to count. Short combo. Oh, that was sick. That was double sick. Okay, gets the kill. That flip out into the cross up on the spin, really nice. Jumping heavy kick. Uh-oh, missed it. I don't think that's what he wanted, probably. Tongue out of the air. Didn't get the juggle, but that was good. Wow, blocks the cross up tongue. Uh-oh. Recap. Danger. Ultra. Good confirmed. These, like, little air-to-air interactions are very important for both characters, right? Like, both Rash and Sadira are trying to air-to-air and, like, find that right thing. I love the way he pushes up the glasses before he gets on the bike. KI has 4 to 5 characters that have additional movement options. I'd be surprised if it's 4 to 5. It's got to be way more than that, right? Look at the screen. Sabrewulf has a dive kick. Damn it, I didn't get to see the rest of the characters. I was just going to go left to right. I saw like 4 characters on the first row. I feel like it's way more than 4. Do you count Thunder's DP as an air option? It's pretty close. Punish. Just gets a simple little side swap. Oh, that hit in the front? Oh, hell no. What? That was a good cash out, actually. You know what's funny about that Shadow Boot Ender, actually? I think if it hits behind like that, it leaves Rash closer for Oki. Breaks the medium linker. Wow, word? That was a sick punish. And that's actually one of the best juggle starters for Rash, right? Like, getting crouching heavy punch is really, really good. Raw Wrecking Ball? Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, finally. Wow, that was a good back heavy punch block. I think I'm been looking for that basically the whole time. Oh, nice. And a good punish, too. Hard knockdown. I think that jump was a little obvious where it was going to end up, but it's still meaty pressure. This is a lot of damage. Just takes the boot ender for the big chunky damage. This is really hard to win. Okay. Key lockout. Overhead reset. One chance here. Oh, that's death. Damn, that did a ton of damage. Clean 57, plus the damage from the reset before that, which is like another 20. Oh, punish the landing frame? Yeah, just DPs. Oh, missed the meaty feels. Bad, man. I'm out, tried to meaty there and then was going to dash through or something. Missed the meaty. LeoSinSei just holds up back and was like, please get me out of here. Please let me escape. And then did make it out. I don't know. It was like a close... It looked like he got a close light kick or something, and then I'm not sure what else happened after, but it was just a miss media, it looked like. Well, GG's, unless it was BG's. All right, I think we're pretty much into our top 32. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. You guys might have seen the bracket more than me, but I think we're pretty much there. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, we're crushing it. Wow. So this top 32 is going to start at 4:30 was the schedule, I think. It's 3:50, and I think we're pretty much there is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing top 32 winners is all set up here. Top 32 losers. We're getting there. Most of the matches are either playing or it's going to be like the match right before, right? So this is looking pretty good to me. We're moving quite along. Once we get the loser set up, we'll just start right into top 32. Boom, boom, boom. Get those matches going. Run him as fast as possible and then run the top 8 on stream. That's the plan of attack. All right. Skate Man is eating an ice cream sandwich of some sort and it's melting. He needs to eat it real quick. It's very important. I understand. That makes perfect sense to me. You know, I feel like everybody in the chat was ready to get mad, and then you heard ice cream sandwich, and you're like, oh, shit. That makes perfect sense. You don't want to eat an ice cream sandwich when it's melted, and also you want to make sure that it's, you know, like, you got to clean your hands after, or you're going to get it all over your controller. That makes sense. All right, looks like the sandwich is finished. So it's TGZ Svim versus Skate Fast Eat Ass. Although his name is Kulo in his gamer tag. I think I should just make it Ass. Skate Fast Eat Ass is, yeah, it's a good title. It's a life motto. Man, I love the shades. The spectacles coming on, pretty good. Yeah, Glacius is a real character and quite good, right? Quite good. I like Glacius. I think he's really solid. Oh, back heavy punch. Missed the manual though. That's rough. Double hail setup, jump in, stand light kick, down jab, tick throw. Yeah, Lance into hail. So a lot of people, when they see Lance from Glacius, they jump because they think Shatter is going to come out. So that's why canceling into hail is really strong. Oh, God, no. Please don't just do meaty, heavy puddle punch. You can't do that. You can't just meaty someone with a DP like that. It's going to make me want to play too bad. Sweep and activate. Wow, the Shadow Shoulder beat it. Cash out. Lance at the end. Didn't even need it. Damn, that did a lot of damage. Yeah, medium linker gets locked out. Double hail. Hail after for the plus frames. Those tackles can be spaced out really well. Actually, perfect. That was really good. The hail was there to cover the instant overhead. Shadow for the damage. Glacius does a ton of damage, by the way. Heavy puddle punch. Oh, the liquid eyes. And breaks the heavy. That was a good break on the manual. The problem, though, is that look at how, you know, how little life you have to work with here. Okay, a little bit of damage. Cross up on the wrecking ball. Manual there, although it breaks the throat. Yeah, this is gonna be Shadow. Activate. Goes low. Oh, just try to armor through the wrecking ball, but the second hit there. This is gonna be Chip here pretty soon. Yeah, what can you do, right? Just went for the puddle, right into the Shadow Shatter. Not a lot of great options there. Skate fast, eat ass, game 1. You're really clean, really, like, focused Glacius play, right? That's how you do it. I don't think you could shadow through, I'm not certain, but I don't think you can shadow through the puddle into Shatter. If it's like Shadow Hail, sure, but Shatter is tight, I think. I think it's instant. It's true block string. You get the Shadow after. You get the Shadow counter after, I should say. Right? And you can't shadow between the gap, because I don't think there is one, yeah. Oh, that was a good try, the heavy ram horns after blocking that. Puddle punch. Holds the hail just in case you block it. He would release the hail anyway. Oh, that was a good try. Back heavy punch was a good try, but Rash just made it over his head. Very few characters could, I think, make it over Glacius' head from that part of the screen, right? Tried back heavy punch. Didn't work again, and breaks the heavy linker. Oh. A little, I think, early, probably, right? Or a little late, maybe, actually, on the shadow counter. Oh, zips away. Maybe he was trying to bait Wake Up. Releases the hail to beat the tongue. Armors through, gets 2 hails out. I think if you're Rash here, I was just going to say, you might just kind of play a little bit of hit and run. Oh, punish here. Use a heavy. Not like this. Oh, no. All right, boot activate. Glacius is out of instinct. Oh, that's a punish. Nice. That was good patience. He just like walked back and was like, all right. I'll let you do the thing. Do it. I know you want to. Still comboed off of it. There's so much hit stun on the cart. Nice punish. You see the awareness actually on the what's it called? On the jump back buttons from Glacius to be instant overheads. Punishing them with the shadow cart or like the heavy cart, empty jump throw. This pressure's great. Zips away because instinct was available. Did you see? Wake up heavy shadow. It was like, all right, fine. You want to jump all the way back like that? No problem. Goes for the puddle punch again. If it was blocked, I was just gonna say would just activate into instinct anyway, but the shadow boots too many hits. Oh my god, what? Oh, this is bad. Yeah, running out of instinct. Even absorbing the health now is a problem. Instant overhead combo. This is bad, actually. Yeah, because of the meter Glacius has. I was just going to say, with the meter Glacius has, if you lock out, you're dead. But that was a good pickup on the jump back, heavy kick, medium kick, ultra.
These cameos are killing me.
All right, we got one apiece. Vroom, vroom. What does Glacius' instinct do? It gives him armor. So you can see it kind of form around him. And a reminder, an important thing about armor in this game is that the armor loses the heavies. So, you know, that's like an important part about battling something like Glacius is you have to hit heavy attacks to break the armor when you're punishing stuff or whatever. Yeah, he also gets an advanced like movement on his Liquid Eyes and like his Puddle Punch. He can use it as like a homing attack that crosses up or stays in the front. Which are pretty cool. It makes Liquid Eyes fat. Wow, backdash. You never see Glacius backdash. For good reason, right? You cannot find a clean answer. To Wrecking Ball at that height, it's hard to deal with, honestly. I mean, it's just a good move. Wrecking Ball when it's spaced out like right at the top of your head like that. Oh no, almost hit on the shatter. There we go. I like the Puddle Punch answer there. Alright. Didn't have to worry about the break because there was already a lockout, so he could juggle whatever he wants. I like these answers, actually. The Liquid Eyes as well as the Puddle Punch to deal with the Wrecking Ball, but now notice that Svim just stopped doing it. He's like, alright, I'll just do Tongue, or I'll just jump in with regular stuff. Oh, that was smart. Baited the instinct. And jumped the shatter. Uh-oh. Oh, back to the front. What a block. And the jump on the shatter. This is really good defense. It just eats the hail. Wrecking Ball absorbs it. And yeah, that was an anti-air from far away. I guess that works fine, right? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Very low damage on that, though. Cross-up uses the cart as the mix-up, and it was a good block. That was the mix-up we saw last time, too, actually. Jump back. No punish. It recovered too fast on whiff. Uh-oh. There we go. That'll be a punish. And guesses right. You can do whatever strength you want there, actually, right? It can be light, medium, or heavy. So it's just a, you know, a three-way guess between which it's going to be. And broke right on the lights. Yeah, jump back was good there. Oh, too early. Releases the hail for the punish. Nice. Guesses wrong. Gets that little extra damage on the back heavy punch. Again, hail here. Triple hail, actually. I think maybe more hails because he's starting to eat them with the tongue, right? See, again, regular jump becomes such a big problem when Glacius is worried about tongue or the Wrecking Ball or like other options that are really scary. Ah, good sweep to punish because of the armor. If you don't use a heavy there, it won't work. Oh no, empty jump throw off the cart for the combo. That was a key break. If you don't break right there, I think you go into danger, right? Oh, but you go in anyway, double tongue. That's not good. Glacius has meter, which makes Glacius so scary if he gets a hit. Empty jump throw, breaks it, shatter jumps it. Tackling in. Uh-oh. This is scary now. Still has meter. Double hail. That doesn't do too much damage, actually. That's not so bad. 18 seconds on the clock. Eats one. These jumps on the shatter are so clutch. Jumps it again. Breaks the lights. 13 seconds. Not a lot of time here. Anti-air? Not in time. He needed that damage. Oh, that's not going to do very much either. You can just run away now, right? Just don't get hit. And that'll do it. It's pretty tough to run there, I think.
These cameos
It's pretty tough. I think like catching that character takes a lot of work there. And like you don't have time, and you don't have meter anymore, so you need some kind of miracle, right? Like you can't rely on just getting a lockout, shatter, or shadow. You can't rely on like chunking someone down. It's not easy. Wait, that's 2-1. What happened here? Oh, maybe taking some time. I wish these cameos would really kill Rash. Not that easy. Unload the toad. Unbench the Ken. Unclog the frog. I don't like that one. That's gross. Unload the toad is much better than unclog the frog. That's gross. Unhibit the ribbit. That one's pretty good. Liberating the amphibian. No, doesn't work. Good try though. Oh, a lot of jab checks now. I think the plan is like Skate Fast is trying to look for the jump outs on the shatter. Oh yeah, hate to see it. Spend the shadow. Boo at the end. 45. Waiting for the instinct. One of the biggest things about Glacius is Glacius has to... Oh, that's bad. Glacius has to look for when you're going to try to jump out of the, shatters and try to punish that with like crouching medium or crouching jab in his shoulder or something to hit you on the ground, right? That's the important thing. Went the wrong way. The hail to save the day. Heavy linker gets broken. That's a good awareness too. You have to keep in mind with combos like that where they've already gone for the light doubles and they're committing to the next linker, you're just looking for medium or heavy to try to break. Ooh, the wrecking ball. That did a chunk. Alright, boot. Ram horns. Oh, it reset actually. It wasn't a combo. Yeah, now you see the Oki was so safe. Tongue back, use the cart, shadow counter works. Oh, and the cart saved the day. The hail doesn't matter. Oh, mix up, went for the throw last time, doesn't go for it this time. This is a lot of damage. Heavy doubles at the end. That sucks. That did a ton of damage. Okay, anti-air is clean, but you've got no life. And, you got even less now. Takes it 3-1 with the round start throw.
Cameos are killing me.
At Wrecking Ball, I think the air approach options were just tough to deal with. If you're looking for Wrecking Ball or Tongue, then Rash just starts doing regular jump or just running at you, and you're just like so afraid trying to find the anti-air, can't find it. Feels tough. It's tough to deal with. Well played though. I think the first game was like, damn, we were looking at this and we're like, dude. This match is like, it's going to be close. Skate fast, eat ass is really doing well. And then made the adjustment. It was clean. All right, I will invite Sonic Dolphin. Rash looks simple and strong. I would say that that's a good way to describe him. He's relatively straightforward to start, I think especially. Right, is how I describe him. He's relatively straightforward. He's fun. Fun too. I think fun, straightforward. If you're looking for a character that's like, hit good buttons on the ground and like zip around the screen doing fun stuff, I think that's what he does. Ah, the timer. I see what it was. All right, I'll fix that. Well, let me put in Sonic Dolphin. Or they can fix that. My judges will handle it. They won't get DQ'd. For Zero Night, what up? Uh-oh. Did I get disconnected? No, we're good. Okay. Is that Kilgore? Yeah. Sonic Dolphin plays a few characters. Kilgore is one of them. Oh, it just gets hit by the missiles grounded too. That sucks. You could tell that Samuel was like thinking about hitting a button or jumping or something and then just got a regular hit on the ground. Nice. Oh no. I like the manual too, the medium punch into the forward heavy kick. Get the juggle. Look for the missiles to try to catch her out of the air. Like, so you see a lot of the stuff that Dolphin is going to be doing is preemptive, right? So he's trying to hit her out of the air before, yeah, like that, before she jumps, right? So a lot of the game plan is going to be, how do I occupy the space above Sadira's head now? That's going to hit and recapture. Breaks the medium doubles, too. It's going to be a lot of, like, how do I hit her out of the air before she even jumps in the first place? Because Sadira, it's hard to make her stop jumping, right? A lot of the time, that's one of her biggest strengths. And good shadow counter, too. We just saw that a second ago, right? Heavy auto double. Probably see a reset. Yeah. Onto the web. Back in the front. The manual. Again, that was an important break. Had to stop the bleeding before it was too late. Missiles out. Gotta be careful for her to use shadow as well, though, right? I mean, that's a big deal. Oh, no. Clean punish on the DP. Medium linker, medium manual, ends the combo. DP hits straight up. That vertical hitbox really helping there. And that'll do it. Yeah, doing a little bit of a juggle there. Extend it, got rid of the instinct. All right, now you're just being fancy. But yeah, Kilgore has like a vertical DP, like basically straight up, right? Which is actually pretty useful in a matchup like this. This is coming back. Yep. The way they curve around on the back of her head. Yeah, but as you can see, Kilgore, you know, if you guys have been playing Plus R, you've probably seen an older version of the same idea, which is the heat mechanic, right? As Kilgore shoots bullets and does stuff, heat builds up. It changes the way the special moves work, right? And as you can see, the ender there to vent out some of the heat. Changes the way the moves work. The bullets don't go full screen, but they have additional properties. You can use them in juggles and stuff. Same thing with the ball that you see, the Kilgore ball. Very useful for that as well. It just changes the properties on a lot of the moves. Who does that in GG? Robokai. Robokai has the same kind of idea with the heat meter as well, right? Yeah, you can see the chain guns light up. They just have less range, but then it makes the other moves function in a different property, right? So, you know, you can kind of think about it in the same way. It's a resource management. Which mode do you want? Wow, didn't punish on the missiles, but has shadow for activation anyway. Uh-oh. I don't know that he wanted heavy doubles. I have to imagine that was either the web set or it was supposed to be a linker or a manual of some kind. Cross up, good block. DP here. And just boots her away. It's going to be a lot of chip there too. Yeah, ouch. Gets clipped. This really starts to add up, right? You have to be careful. Out of the air again. It's like 4% here, 5% there. You know, get the missiles on the screen. Look at the chip damage. The chip. Uh-oh. No DP there. Plays it nice and slow. Oh, ball out. This is bad. Oh, misses on the heavy punch. It's fine. That's rough. 5 seconds on the clock. Breaks the combo. Imagine if that had been counter breaker. Oh, it doesn't matter. 2 seconds. Flies to the other side of the screen. 1 second on the clock. And at the end, a nice little salute. How do you even salute? You don't have hands. You don't have hands. You can't salute. How do you open doors? You have to shoot them open. You have to shoot them open. You got no other choice. Kilgore tries so hard. You know, it must be really rough to go through life without hands. The little salute. Kilgore's only weakness is doorknobs. Has weak knife skills in the kitchen as well. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Kilgore was not the last character, but was one of the last characters. I think the last was it Hisako or Eagle? It was Eagle, right? One of those two. Eagle, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Those are the last 3 characters that... that crashing medium kick is juicy. Oh, he used the kunai in the air to get rid of the missiles? That was pretty smart. At least the missile that was closest. Air to air with the jump heavy kick. I like taking the missiles here for pressure instead. Looks low. Doesn't confirm into blade dash, though. Or this character is actually not called Blade Dash. It's called like Gun Dash or something. I think it's Blade Dash, but nice, good awareness. So the missiles are gonna come back, right? That's the idea behind the setup. But by using a move that is projectile invincible, the Shadow Spin just didn't have to care about the missiles at all. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is where the character really gets scary, I think. Oh. The reset. Doesn't get the punish on the throw whiff. Oh, the ball didn't quite hit out of the air. You can see that Sonic Dolphin had the right idea. Yeah. Had the right idea to catch Sadira out of the air, but couldn't make it happen. And Samuel here is just going to look for Shadow Spin or like a jump heavy kick or something to activate. That's a punish. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, this is a ton of damage. Not quite enough to kill, but the web set out. Next hit will kill the throw. That was so smart. That was so smart. Just put out the web and was like, I'm going to do walk-up throw. Sadira has like, you know, left, right, overhead, low mix-ups that are really scary. She's jumping around doing stuff. You just do walk-up throw. Oh no, gets hit low. And just a simple little one chance to get the kill. Instinct's about to run out though. Missiles out. Heat's gone away. Man, missiles come back, but they were behind Kilgore, so it didn't matter too much. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, went for like a double cross-up setup. Samuel just chilling. This is pretty good damage, actually, too. I think you'll take that. If you're Kilgore, just... In a matchup like this where you spend so much of it running, right? 22% like that, it's pretty nice. This character also has really high one-chance damage. Cross-up heavy kick in the front with a dive kick. That in the front, the down medium kick in the air, the dive kick is so good when you have instinct available because you can just activate it if it's blocked anyway, and you still have pressure, right? Nice shadow. Oh, that's really bad. I guess no meter though, right? So it doesn't hurt too much. It could have been much worse. Spin in, off the web, goes for the juggle, keeps it nice and short, breaks the heavy kick. That's good awareness in the matchup, right? When you've played against Sadira a lot, you know that that is the option she's going to go for. The web's there. DPs again. The Shadow Ball 1-1. Oh, wait, 2-0? I thought Samuel got the first game. That's right, the timeout. Damn, he's good. Yeah, the Shadow Ball recapturing is so useful in a matchup like this. Honestly, if your character has a strong anti-air Shadow recapture, it's really useful against a character like Sadira. Particularly because you can snipe her so well, right? One thing about a matchup like this is because Kilgore can, you know, kind of cover the grounded control on the ground and also anti-air with missiles or use the back heavy puncher stuff. Sadira commits to kunai that are like kind of risky or commits to the double jump early, and when she has no additional air options, like going for the shadow is really, really good. That's one of her biggest, I think, issues, right? Is when you can cover that approach. Her grounded approach is not that scary. I mean, it's just like everybody else. Just a regular dash. She's got the spin. It's pretty much all she's got. Yeah, broccoli's good. Have I explained what one chance refers to? So combos in this game can be as long or as short as you want, right? But combos where you just do one part of the combo and then you end is called a one chance break. There's only one chance to break the combo, so you just call it a one chance. That was a clean bait, by the way. Just walked up and blocked and was like, please do the DP. Please just go for your DP. We've seen a lot of them from Sonic Dolphin so far, to be honest. Medium linker. Oh. DP blocked again. Oh, no. Okay. It all worked out. For a second there, I was like, not like this. Not like this. That crouching medium kick just missed. Oh, that was bad. The cross up. The shadow afterwards. Goes into instinct. Look at the damage on this, by the way. This does so much. Just out of nowhere, too. That's the scary part about this character. Man, and Sadira doesn't have instinct yet. Oh, it hit in the front. Didn't confirm. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, and the missiles are there. Oh, gets the throw. Can I actually... Oh, I was going to say kill. That's not my fault. I don't take credit. Oh, gets locked out right away. Not enough still. That's not my fault. I don't take credit. Back heavy punch will do it. That drop was unfortunate. Like, I think it was just going to be standing heavy punch into shadow for her to cash out, and Kilgore would have died. Well, that works too. No anti-air. Ouch. Yeah, just quick little combo. Takes the side switch, gets out of there. Runs the full screen. Missiles out. This is good. Instinct. Jumps back, lands on the web. And the DP again. Sonic Dolphin just runs back to full screen, pops it. Is okay heating up, right? Especially when you hit the character, you want to have heat, right? That's the thing about this character. You need the heat there so that you can get the big damage. Missiles out again. The way Sonic Dolphin's been playing this matchup is it looks so pestering, right? He's just constantly like, please, stop hurting me. Jump back. Heavy punch. Oh, the ball out of the air again, too. These snipes have been really good. Looking for the shadow ball. You can feel it. Checking low with a crouching heavy punch, too. Just using the guns. Cross is blocked. DP is available, too. Oh, that's bad. Although Sadira doesn't even have instinct, so I don't think that Sonic Dolphin is that afraid, right? Yeah, there's a DP. And that'll be Ultra just like that. That was really well played. Sonic Dolphin, surgical. Yeah, you gotta call it clean. That's what it was, right? That was well played. GG is the little robot emoji. GG. Marvel versus Madden. New age of football. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Some guys out there just on his Xbox playing Madden 2K whatever, and I just invite him. I'm like, hey, gamer, come play some KI. And he's like, what? Alrighty, so Frostwolf beat Wheels in Winterside. Pretty impressive W there. Link on the crescendo. One thing about Frostwolf is he has very pretty combos. He has a lot of really cool links with crescendo. And just a lot of really interesting Aria juggles. Ah, yeah. Key part of this matchup, lighting the arms on fire. And she's going to switch. So the way, if you guys don't know, Aria has the same amount of health as any character, right? That's how she works. But as you light her on fire, you'll see them switching around to different bodies. That'll work. Because they don't want the potential life on these small bodies, right? It's split into 3 ways. Gets in with a shotgun knee after using the zoning assist. Oh, tried shadow counter again. This is pretty bad for Frostwolf. This body is about to go down. Chip here is a big problem. Activates the instinct. Baited. Oh, no, but the pillar. He was fired up. Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, I think relying a little too much on the shadow counters on defense. Baits the DP. Goes for the simple little one chance there into the throw. Instinct's gone now for Frostwolf. This is a bad spot. Oh, baits the throw. Medium linker. Keeps the combo short after. The throw again. Not like this. This is bad. Oh, that's super bad. Next life bar is coming in. A pixel of life. Yeah, immediately swaps, but... Wasn't that over under? Or am I tripping? Did I miss something? Maybe just chose not to break. Nice. That was good awareness. The shotgun knee hit. Oh, didn't even get the punish out of the air. That would have only done like 3% damage anyway. Clean anti-air. This is looking rough. Just the backdash. Trevward is playing us really like slow and steady, which I think is the right choice when you have this big of a lead. That's not even going to kill. Chip will do it. This body's got no life. Tries for the DP. Baited the play. Oh no, the grenades didn't reach on the knee. Feels bad, man. Builds some meter there with the meter ender. Now Frostwolf with instinct, but this is the worst body to have instinct with. Oh, almost made it through with the Shadow Trailblazer and gets chipped out. Yeah, this body is a zoning body, chat, the one that's in for Frostwolf. It has projectiles, and that's really it. It doesn't offer too much in terms of offense, so it's not really effective for making comebacks. It can do something okay on a lead, right? But this is pretty rough. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? It's throw or not throw. Like, there's no real scary mix-up here. Caught the backdash, but it was going to be chip anyway. Well played for game 1. You know, you're running out of options there, right? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to get away and shoot some more projectiles that do, like, 2% chip? It's not a big deal. You're just chilling. So hopefully, I think this time if you're Frostwolf, your plan of attack is obviously, well, you know, don't get hit, but try to avoid the situation that we saw where the bodies got lit on fire and then he was just kind of swapping in a panic, and especially avoid leaving the zoning body last, right? I think that's really an important thing to keep in mind. Oh, just floats and then baits into nothing. I like float into nothing with, yeah, you see that with Aria? I think that's really good, actually. The float is such a useful tool because it just lets you be wherever you want to be. Charges up the heavy kick on the target combo. DP catches that time. That's a rough meaty to get hit by the way. That was just heavy kick into Inferno. It's not like that was a big mix-up there. Why does Aria have infinite knee ammo, but Arbiter doesn't? Oh, opener ender. Her tech is better than the Covenant. That's why. I like the bomb set instead of continuing the juggle. This will be OTG. Yeah. Very well done. So loses the booster body early, which is pretty rough, I think. Having no flight and also losing that assist is rough. This is still a strong position. You know, this body is probably the strongest on point in a lot of matchups. Maybe not this matchup. It's just getting owned by these bombs. Activate the instinct late. Was that a button? No. Mix-ups? Nice. That was good. Who cares about high-low? Just go for the shadow counter. Drop the combo. Oh, and backdash is on the mix-up. Oh, and then knows the reset's coming, so just DP's out. Alright, a bit more zoning. I like this approach. Has the sword body, too, for the assist, but look at the chip it does. It's not very much, right? And then obviously, this does way more. Ooh, that could have been way more damage on the lockout. And the recapture, nah, like this locked out again. This body's dead. Yeah, hate to see it. This is one of those matchups, you know. Oh, didn't even have the meter for Shadow Trailblazer, but what are you going to do? It's going to be another Inferno or bomb. There's the bomb. 2-0 Trevward. It's one of those matchups that Aria players talk a lot about, right? They're like, man, this guy Cinder, he just lights me on fire, and it sucks. And fire is indeed hot. You can see that he has good ways to control the way she wants to hang out on screen, and also her bodies are really delicate, right? They don't have as much life, so you know, Cinder's a low life character or a low damage character, but he doesn't care against Aria. It's not that important, right? He's just like, sure, yeah, I don't mind. Man, these Cinder colors, I don't even know what's happening. Alrighty, game 3. Frostwolf's been having a rough go of things. We haven't really seen him get any momentum, which is the roughest part. I think a character like Aria, she can really devastate you in the way she pressures and the way she gets things going, but so far it's not been the case. Bomb goes off. The assist forced the block, though. I've seen Shadow Bomb a few times, and it hasn't really worked. No punish on the Trailblazer. You see how the neutral just... that was funny. see how the neutral just stopped as soon as Cinder plants bombs, though? He can blow those bombs up at any time, chat. He just hits 3 punches, and the bomb blows up. It doesn't matter if he's in the air. It doesn't matter if he's in the ground. He can do it whenever, and it's very plus. Whether you're in neutral or whether you're on the ground. Oh, nice link. That was pretty clean. Looks low. No bite. Calls the assist. Nice block, too. Was aware that the overhead was a big option. And again, we keep seeing that shadow counter on defense from Frostwolf really cost them. Uh-oh. Alright, well, bomb doesn't matter now. And breaks the jump heavy kick juggle. Caught the backdash. Do we see the break here? No. He's gonna do bomb explosion here. Right? Oh, yeah, she used the shadow to get away. Not enough damage. Oh, the backdash. Oh, the shadow DP to beat the DP. Nice. Still has a little bit of instinct left, so all the bombs are fired up. Lots of chip. Oh my god, that did so much of her life. That did so much. Shadow's not going to reach. And didn't get the shotgun need to punish. Break is good. This is a much better game for Frostwolf, right? Like, we haven't seen him look like he's in this much control so far. Like, Trevward has to approach, and he's not doing so happily, right? He doesn't have bombs on. He's not in a good position. Now, this is the start of something. This body dies in one more hit here. Chip is going to be a problem, too. Jump bomb. Tick throw dead. The good news is that the sword bodies last. I think you feel pretty good about that. Especially with instinct available. How do you tell when Cinder's fired up? When he looks more fiery than normal. I wish that I was kidding. But his color will become a bit darker when he's fired up. And his moves have special properties. And when he's in instinct, he's always fired up. Oh, that's plus, and that's why there was the DP after into the punish. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is bad for Trevward. Oh, drops the combo. Looks low. There's the shadow grenade. This is bad. Frostwolf could die in the heavy linker. Man, if he got counter broken. Jumps in, catches low. I think doesn't want to break. Yeah, I was going to say yeah because it wasn't going to kill. Out of the air, the juggle activates the instinct. Recaptured, and that is that on the lockout. Man, it barely caught right off the ground. But for Cinder, he's totally cool with that, right? Like, you hit him in the air, hit him in the ground, doesn't matter. So there it is. Trevward 3-0. Well played. Thanks to TheNumberSevenG for the prime. Thanks to everybody for subbing, by the way. Alerts are not on since we're running a tournament. But it is very nice and appreciated nonetheless. Jeez, that matchup is tough, man. It's a bit of a grind for Aria, right? I feel like she rarely struggles in that way where she's the one grinding you out and feeling like, damn, I gotta do all this stuff. Okay, I think we're gonna have Nicky and base next, right? A classic match. This is a top 8 qualifier, if I'm not making shit up. Should be top 8 qualifier. Fun little match here. Let's see here. What's bases? Gamer tag. It's like XI. Swagmaster 69. Something like that, right? As we seeded it and we looked through, we're like, man, this is a tough event. Like, no matter who you are, you have a tough road. I mean, even I think Wheels was one of the highest seeds. He lost really early, right? Well, no, I shouldn't say really early. It was like top 32 qualifiers, maybe. Alright, I think names need to be swapped. Click the button, get into the match. Base versus Nicky. Probably see a bunch of characters in this set. I would be surprised if we see only 2. It's like, what characters are we going to start with? Maybe Spinal Mira? Yeah. Seems right to me. It's always a guess, right? They both have a cast of characters that they can choose from. So this is going to be interesting to see. Bats out early. That projectile is really solid. Cross up at that range. Don't worry, base. I didn't block it either. Oh, no. Oh, no. Those mix-ups are not okay. All 3 of those were messed up. She has an air dash, in case you guys don't know, chat. It costs her life to use it. So if you look up at Nicky's life bar, top right, you see the little gray up there. Every time she does a medium or heavy special move or air dashes or uses her mist, it costs her life. She can get that life back by getting a command throw. It will regain the life for her. But obviously, she is expending life to do really strong moves. That's the design of the character. She is a glass cannon. All right, low skull. Yeah, miss out of there. Look at how much great life Nicky has, though. This is scary. I mean, base has more life, actually. Well, now it's even. Yeah, I got some command throws there on the linkers. And this is going to be all that life back. Nom, nom, nom. First life bar goes to Nicky. Yeah, so in this game, all characters have the same life total, right? It's just how they, she expends her life to do stuff. That's how they balance a glass cannon in this game. Same with Aria. Same life total, but it's split between 3 bodies. Missed the linker there on the crouching heavy punch. A really good linker, or a manual, excuse me, because the crouching heavy punch manual builds him a skull, which is really nice as well. It's a strong manual. Back in the front, good block. Command throw to get a little bit more life. And dive kick. Wow, what a break. Oh, man, that is rough. Oh, the bat hit. Shadow bats missed out. This does a lot of damage. Yeah, because she's constantly stealing potential life every time she hits you. Shadow teleport for the chip or the kill. Yeah, her mist constantly drains potential life. Oh, no. You got thrown into the corner and blocked the overhead. Miss out, though. One of the best defensive options in the game, I think. A meterless option. It just costs her life to do it. Oh, the break was so smart, but then so wrong. He is dead. Deader than dead. He didn't even do nearly an optimal combo. He was like, I'll just do whatever I want because I'm Mira. Damn, he's good. Air dashes in with that medium punch, immediate breaker. That was good. That was good. Smart counter break. That was like counter breaking an air normal there. Is like, that your opponent is smart enough to know what that air normal is and then break. It's like, it's next level. Now the question is, do we see Cinder? We do. What is she drinking from Spinal? Yeah, I like bone marrow. Bone juice? That's gross. She drinks fire from Cinder. Those bats are so good, by the way. Her light bats are, I think, one of the strongest, like, meterless projectiles. They are so good. Like, there's 3 of them on the screen. They hit really high up in the air. They're tough to deal with. Like, they're just a really good projectile. That's plus. Yeah, caught the jump out with the recapture. Early lockout. A thing about Nicky is he breaks early, right? He's an early breaker. So for that reason, when you're fighting against him, you can kind of assume that that's going to happen. Ooh, lit the arms and legs on fire. Oh, that is a lot of damage because of all the potential. Bomb explosion beat the anti-air, but no juggle. Uh-oh, this is big. Yeah, vampire. Mist is out. This does a lot of damage because of the potential life as well. Recaptured. God damn, that hurts. 60% wake up DP. You know what's better than 60% damage? Down up kick. Like, I don't care. That was a lot of made up life though from Nicky for sure. Even though base still sitting pretty in this first life bar. Again, Nicky likes to guess, right? He's known for having extremely good guess breaks, but part of guess breaking is guessing. And if you're wrong and you get locked out, you really have to take advantage of that with a big combo. Yeah. 50-50, you can do overhead or low off the scythe. And he gets right. Cross up. Again, Nicky trying to jump out. Ace with solid reads about how he was going to defend there. Oh, man. That'll do it. Bam. Easy peasy. Again, that counter breaker that worked in the first game, surprising that he brought it out so early. It worked really well, right? In this case, doesn't work out. Punishes clean, gets him into danger so that he can get the ultra. Well played. So now, the age-old question. What character are we going to see from Nicky in Game 3? We're going to see the swoop and swap. We're going to see Fulgore maybe. That was a quick select. Devil's Landing. Fulgore versus Cinder. So this is our third character matchup we've seen in this set already. The Riptor player was the baby, if that's what you're talking about. All right, so third matchup we see. Again, you know, in this matchup, great projectiles, but also you have the teleport as Fulgore, right? Which is very useful against, stuff like that, where Cinder's going to get up in the air, and you also have a really strong DP, right? So you have light DP, goes straight up, really easy to deal with the stuff right above your head. Runs away. The teleports are kicks, right? So if you want to get away without hitting a punch button, using a teleport's a pretty good option. Uh-oh, 50-50. Had one pip for the mix-up, and that's all I needed. Got the auto triples, which really the triples are what mattered there because they got the spin speed, and now lets Nicky go for another mix-up in the front. Then combos with the heavy laser in the back. Projectile again. Double. Oh, and he went for the counter breaker. Man, that was good. That was good. Charges it up. No shadow counter because no meter, but yeah, the DP anyway. Teleports to bait it. Oh, man, double with onion, no tomato. Animal style fries. Damn, he's good. Look at that spin speed, bottom right. That meter for Fulgore is cranked. Oh, canceled the heavy blade dash from the heavy laser. It caught him jumping or moving. Oh, went for teleport throw. I like that idea, actually. Teleport is such a scary threat because you don't know where Fulgore is ever going to end up. Oh, caught again. Mix up again. Goes low. Shadow Trailblazer. Has instinct. And there was no shadow counter available from Nicky anyway. Oh, the teleport got out of the way of the bomb explosion. Look at this life lead from Nicky here. Look for the heavy laser. Ouch. Heavy laser hurts. It does a lot of damage, and you have to respect the follow-up heavy laser. If you try to jump heavy laser, you'll get hit. So, you know, you really got to be careful. Man, this is looking bad for base. Confirms it. Easy peasy. Game 3. Was that Ultra Assist? That's a good question. Who knows? I don't know if Nicky plays with Ultra Assist or not. I hope so. All right, so are we going to see character swippity swap again? I expect that'll be the case, right? This will be now Fulgore versus Spinal, which should be the 4th character matchup we've seen in this set. Oh, Eagle. That makes sense, too. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Damn. I forgot about the Eagle pick. Eagle's great here, too. Yeah, most people have a kind of 2 to 3 characters. So it makes perfect sense here. All right. Ooh, the bird screech gets canceled out there. That's pretty important, actually. All right, doesn't go for the bird explosion. Catches the counter hit off of that. Good block. It's not easy to block that back heavy punch. It's tight, man. Uh-oh, caught the jump. Oh, didn't get the juggle on the target combo. And breaks the heavy linker, too. Yes, Fulgore, he has a crouching heavy kick, crouching heavy punch target combo. It's pretty strong. Useful for juggles, especially. Raw blade dash punish. Oh, no. The counter breaker. Dead. Deader than dead. Ultra dead. And the spin speed. One of the biggest strengths, every time Fulgore gets counter breaker, he's building 2 pips. Like, it's just guaranteed, right? He gets so much extra spin speed on it. Oh, good block. Shadow, bird screech. Oh, it goes for the instinct here. Oh, in the front. That's big, actually. Gotta be Shadow. Into the ender. Not gonna kill here, but it's gonna be set up. Bird screech again. Can't wiggle there. There's too many hits. Goes for the teleport cancel. Good block. No DP. Goes low. Jumps over. Goes low again. Shadow. That's death. All right. We have an even match here. Even match was a pretty big one. Base with plenty of arrows left, too. Screech. Overhead. Oh, man. You just got to guess. It's good. Breaks after the wall splat into the crouching medium punch. That is so good. The thing about the bird screech is it's not a true block string, which in paper you're like, oh, that's bad, right? Why I would want it to be a true block string. But because it's not, it makes Eagle's mix-ups much better. That is something that is really important for him because between each hit you can get hit, which is a problem for him for sure. Shadow counter here. Oh, early lockout. Gotta maximize the damage. Oh, you hate to see it. You're just sitting there waiting for the inevitable. Up arrows, goes low. The manual after. Next hit's danger here. Good block. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mix up here for the game. Oh, I think he missed the teleport. Shadow anyway. And the shadow counter. I think Nicky missed it there. He threw the projectile and he just did standing heavy kick. I think that was supposed to be, you know, teleport or something else probably, right? Not just a heavy kick. And no mix up after. Went for the shadow. Base is ready with the shadow counter. We got 2 apiece. Just put shadow in front of everything and you've got KI. It's true. Shadow Adobe Premiere. In a world. Shadow Broccoli is the final boss. All right, so we see another swap. This is our... We've seen no repeat character matchups, right? Every single match in this, all 5 matches have been different matchups. Yep. So we've had 5 different character matchups in this set. Every single match has been different characters. Using those bats. You see that she has a lot of control in that, right? Like, having the bats on the ground so that he can't just shoot arrows and then do slide and uh-oh. One thing that she does have too that's very important is she has the mist to escape from stuff like this, right? Like that is a useful thing to have access to. Double bite linker, which, you know, it's not a lot of damage, but you don't use it for damage. Use the bite linker so that you can get the good air to air. You use it so you can get your health back. Alright, doesn't go for a recapture. Oh, empty load. Doesn't combo, though. That's not going to combo either. Yeah. Uses the shadow projectile invincible. The slide to get through. Bird Screech is common, but got hit and breaks the lights, actually. Sets out the mist. So when the mist connects with Eagle... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The unblockable, not like this. Oh, the shadow counter too early. Did you think it was going to combo and try to break it, and then he just got shadow counter? I'm not sure. I have to imagine that's what that was. That's a big life lead, though, for base, although this is a heavy-hitting character he's fighting against. Good blocks. There's the command throw. And the great shadow counter. That's just really good awareness. All her moves are 2 hits, right? So if you're ready for them, they're quite... Oh, that cross up. Oh, man, that did a grip of damage. That late air dash jump heavy kick, that hurts. That one's gonna hurt no matter where it hits you. No shadow counter this time. Air dash back to the front. Oh, got hit by the multi-hitting move. Nice. So that crouching light kick you saw come out, he didn't care about mashing crouching light kick. He did it so that he could get the bird explosion. Break on the medium doubles. Bird explosion again. This is pretty close. Nicky does have meter here too, which is scary. Oh, beautiful. It's going to be maybe 1 chance here. So scary for Nicky, actually. He's got to break correctly. He's wrong. The shadow, that's going to do it. Base cashes it out. Just takes the damage ender. Wins the set 3-2. Man, that was a rough spot to be. When he had the instinct available there, like, you know, he's going to just do like heavy double instinct and then force a guess of some kind before the lockout. And you don't really have... You're not going to have a chance to react, right? It is going to be a guess. Like, he's going to force a guess break of some kind. Really close. Really, really, really close. That was for top 8. I look like your twin. Hey, what up, Brian? You're signed into the wrong account. All right, let me get the name set up. Letalis is 1P. And that'll be Sonic. Dolphin on 2B. Reset the scores. Nice. Wow, Riptor Kilgore first. This is actually not what I was expecting. Although the problem is obviously, right, I don't think if you're Sonic Dolphin, he plays Kim Woo, right? I don't think he wants to play Kim Woo. I don't think that's the matchup he wanted. I think he was expecting, well, Kilgore is a decent option if you think you're going to fight Ognos probably, right? So maybe that's what he was expecting, and then we see the Riptor instead. Yeah, he doesn't want to play Kim versus... He doesn't want to play, actually, either character against Ognos, right? He doesn't want to play his Arbiter against Ognos, I think, and he probably doesn't want to play Kim against Ognos either. So, because he doesn't want to play either of those matchups, Kilgore here makes a lot of sense. Yeah, missiles kept him safe. That's good pressure. Wow, Crouching Heavy Punch beat that? I'm actually quite surprised. Oh, baits the DP. Just takes the throw back to the corner. Jump out again. Holding up back out of that Riptor pressure, I think, is like not a bad idea if you expect Predator Light Kick, because it's either throw or like a quick button after. Man, these DPs. Sonic Dolphin's been getting buck wild. Oh no, I think try to manual the jumping heavy punch and just missed it. Nice, that was a good punish. Yeah, when Riptor's an instinct, her heavies, heavy punches and heavy kicks have extra range. So that sweep, you know, it doesn't matter how far you are away. It basically hits the whole screen. It's a nice part about the character. What a weird juggle. Takes the flame carpet here. Goes for the dash heavy punch on the Predator stance too, and breaks the uppercut. That was close to killing. I don't know if it would have quite killed, like, the juggle after the uppercut. Perfect. I was just going to say earlier... Oh, no. Okay. I was going to say earlier that Riptor Jump Heavy Punch is 3 hits. It's pretty easy to shadow counter. It's like one of the biggest shadow counter baits in the game, and we see the counter break on the juggle. That's a nice chunk of damage for this character. This character does not hit that hard unless you have, you know, resources and heat and stuff, right? So 40% on a raw counter break, you'll take. That's pretty good. Overhead on the Predator stance. Again, yeah, it has a ton of active frames, by the way. The overhead off of a Predator stance, it's forever. You can meaty super early with it. Punish again. Oh, back bashes. This is big. Yeah, this is huge, actually. Gonna get the juggle here? Okay. Missiles are out. Still a lot of heat. Shadow missiles again, just for the chip. This is close. That's gonna miss, right? Yeah, just gets the DP and the breaker. It's always been lights. And the run up throw. It's just always been lights on the juggle. You know, light DP, light standing light kick there. Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that. You know, they talk about characters in this game. Riptor is a girl. That is somebody's waifu. You know, not mine, but somebody out there, Riptor's waifu. I see people in the chat. Why not yours? Hanzo Gonzo already claimed Riptor, so, you know, I don't want to get in the way of an already established relationship. She spits hot fire, bro. June Bear. 1-0. Life finds a way. I don't even know Riptor's lore. Wasn't she made in like a lab by one of the other characters or something? I don't know. She's like an experiment. She's got a number. I don't remember what it was. Oh, that tail flip was good. I think crouching medium would have been a better manual than standing there, but the idea on the tail flip was great. Oh, standing heavy punch into the missiles. Breaks the light kick after, though. All right, loses some of the heat. Staggers off of the standing heavy punch. A good normal for manuals. When you have a manual that can stagger, really useful, right? It just opens up the combo opportunities quite a bit. Just a medium punch. Shadow through. That move is projectile invincible, but it's not that fast. It has some travel time to it. that makes situations like that not always easy to punish with. Wow. Didn't break the heavy doubles, but broke the light. All right, juggle here. Yeah, you had one chance, and that was it. That's what Kilgore does. That's when Kilgore is the scariest. With Instinct available and meter, you know, this character is really terrifying for those one chance confirms, right? That's the biggest thing about Kilgore that people are afraid of. Normally very low damage, but, you know, when you have Instinct available, you just do one chance, shadow into shadow. It's huge damage. It's also difficult to do. I love that. Uppercut, doesn't even go for the juggle, just takes the screen space. Oh, that's probably not easy for Riptor to deal with now that I think about it. The raw ball like that, because I don't know if she has like the best anti-air option. Maybe Clever Girl? Uh-oh. Knockdown here. Doesn't go for anything risky. I think respecting the DP, and Sonic Dolphin smartly just abandons the uppercuts and just says, yeah, this will be fine. I don't need to go for this here. I can just backdash and wake up. Well, not that time. Oh, no. That's right into Ultra. Double stagger into the light dash. Easy peasy. A little early on the tail flip. It happens. We got one apiece now.
Awesome victory.
Is Kilgore more of a zoner than Fulgore? Yeah, I would say so. Also, the character is just different, though. In the same way that, like, you know, you compare Ryu and Evil Ryu, right? They're pretty different characters. It's more like Ryu to Akuma, actually. They're just, like, way different from each other. They have the same kinds of moves, but they're used for different things. And the way they combo is different. The damage on their zoning is different. How they want to mix you up and how they do damage is very different. Like, you know. They both require resource management, which is quite interesting, right? Like in the way you manage heat, and also in the way you manage the spin speed. We got one apiece here. As we see the switch to Tush. This is who I'm working up to cosplay him. Duh. Rollback. Duh. The jump in. Tusk, if you guys don't know, he's the big button character in this game. He's got a lot of really big buttons. He's got a command dash that's quite strong. Yeah, you see the command dash there. He has different options out of it. Lots of staggers. I mean, he is the stagger character. He also has guard points, which you'll see quite a bit, right? So anytime the sword flashes white on his heavy punch or on his medium punch or whatever, if you hit him during that, he's going to deflect you and then own you. Stagger ender into the throw. Is that a suplex? I think that is, right? Yeah, went for the heavy kick meaty. A really common meaty from Tusk. It has really the whiff recovery. You can cancel it. You can not cancel it and get good pressure. I mean, it's a good button. I want to see a heavy punch. Ooh, doesn't go for it there. Shadow in. Oh, the backdash. And yeah, using that skull splitter to try to, you know, get some pressure. Oh, the stagger, the lockout. This is bad. Yeah. Shadow. Doesn't have a second shadow, though. Yeah, so it's only 47%. Oh, tried the crouching heavy punch. Nice, the uppercut. Another one. Jeez, the noise on that. Do you have a fucking AC 130? The noise on the bullets. Brr. Oh, just ball out. Does not care. Yeah, getting a little bit of a chip. Crouching medium kick for this character is really good. Really solid. Has some pretty okay cancel options off of it, too, especially with heat. Nice punish. That jump back heavy punch. Uses the ball to anti-air. Letalis is having real troubles getting in here. Yeah, spent some gauge there. Was okay losing the heat, I think, right? Maybe for better zoning options. Uh-oh, the suplex. I don't think the jump heavy punch will kill. Oh, the cross up. Not like this. It didn't kill. Oh, no. Missiles. Chip. Chip's a big deal. No, the DP. Oh, could DP again? Oh, man, he needs the pixel of life. Just a tap. Oh, he's dead. And the salute afterwards. Not like this.
Supreme victory.
Man, it feels so bad. One of the things that you see in games with 2 life bars like this is people try really, really hard to get that last smidgen of life, right? They're like, okay, I just need a little smidgen. I just need a little tap it in, right? And you just can't get the hit. You just can't get the hit. You're like, damn it. What am I gonna do? Oh man, Kilgore answers the age-old question: what happens if Sagat had a gun? A chain gun. Yeah, it's a pretty good option. Please be Aghanos? No, I don't think you want to pick Aghanos into this character. It's tough. I mean, think about how Kilgore has so many multi-hitting projectiles, right? It's tough for Aghanos to chunk up in that environment. And so I think, you know, even if he gets the W here, we might see a switch off of Kilgore, actually, into another character. Oh, DP on Wake Up. Not too much of a punish, though, right? It's just a little tap with the ball. Takes the splitter. Oh, punish on the teleport. Oh. These DPs have been excellent, by the way. Sonic Dolphin is doing a really good job of, like, not only challenging with them on defense, but using them as anti-airs. Trade combo in the medium kick. Double dash for some pressure here. Light kick. Ooh, you don't want to get hit by that counter hit. That is bad. You got to be very careful about how you swing against it. Alright, this is not too bad from Letalis. Oh no, the Shadow DP. Not a huge punish though, to be honest. Alright, breaks it this time. Stagger Ender will kill. The nice thing that Tusk can do there is he can do, like, yeah, you see a normal and a command dash for more pressure, or you can just take a throw, right? Good shadow counter on the Skull Splitter. I mean, that's one thing in this game is that when you know someone's going to go for a common string or a common gap like that, you just shadow counter it, easy peasy. Oh, that punish hurt. Like, not Tusk, it hurt me, all right? Tusk took no damage. Oh, continuing to combo after. God, that did a grip. 52%. Shadow to catch the jump back. Heavy manual, medium linker, medium manual. It's looking real ugly. And that is that. 2 apiece. Tusk is one of those characters. He's really, like, when he gets going, he's terrifying. He takes a lot of awareness to control, though. He's tough to handle. So if you don't know, when he's an instinct, he can cancel special moves into special moves. So you can imagine the execution of just doing, like, you know, 9 quarter circles and DPs and quarter circles to, like, try to cancel move into move into move into move for pressure. Yeah, he's a bit difficult to control, I feel like. Do you have a shirt that has the KI Supreme logo on it? If not, why? I really wish that Supreme would do a collab with Killer Instinct and just have the Supreme Victory, like, text as a Supreme logo. That's like my dream collab. All right, Kimu. So again, the reason, you know, Sonic Dolphin, this is his character, right? The reason you don't see Kimu earlier is that he doesn't want to play into Aghanos against it, right? So by winning the match before this, he got to choose the matchup on the last game, which is a big one, right? It's a big one. Getting to choose the final matchup in a set is a pretty big deal. You see the jump backs here. You see the rollbacks. Nice punish. At least I think that was a punish. No block on the overhead. That's a challenge on the run there. This is good damage too. Kim hurts, even without meter, right? That's wall splat ender though. Into the throw. Oh, backdash? Nice. Yeah, you have, you know, when you see the freeze frame of the throw there, you have a lot of options, right? Like, you could DP, you can backdash there, which is even better because it gives you a combo, you know? Oh, gets hit by the Skull Splitter. That's bad. This is a really rough spot. Uh-oh, no anti-air. Breaks the heavies. Very scary to do, though. Close to killing. Breaks that, too. Has instinct here. Oh, this is going to be a punish, right? Yeah, uses the dragon cannon. Didn't reach. The little legs. Oh, uses the dragon cannon to get on the other side. That looked absurd on my screen. Yeah, the heavy dragon kick. I think that the nice thing is she has the Kim dragon to shoot, and also she can just dash cancel it if she wants to. It's really easy. Yeah, the spectators, nice. DP, cancel out, take that extra bit of damage. 23% on a wake up DP is pretty good. The spectators get the rollback even if the players don't. So sometimes that happens. Like, you know, we played 4 games without it so far. It just happened on the last game we're seeing it. I think that was supposed to punish the Skull Splitter. And again, you see those strings that she's doing. So Kim Woo can hit medium punch or heavy punch multiple times and do like a nunchuck string and then special cancel it at any point. That's what jumping heavy punch too. Really good jump normal. So you see a lot of her mid-range game is like that. One moves her forward, one moves her backwards. Okay, there's a lot of sparks. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He sat there for 10 seconds and was like, how do I get past this? Shadow DP? Oh, dead. He sat there for 10 seconds and was like, how am I going to get past Skull Splitter? This move seems pretty good. I don't know what I'm going to do to get past. I'll come up and try to use my little nunchucks. And he just went, duh. And he hit her and then immediately counter broke. Immediate. Well played. 3-2, moving on to winner side top 8. Ugh, I'm doing well. How about you guys, chat? You guys ready for top 8? We'll do it right after this match. Take a little break. Everybody gets up, stretches, grabs a snack. You know the drill. Then we'll hop into it. Wheels is out before top 8. No way. What a tough-ass bracket. Ooh, good block on the tongue in the front. So we got our mirror match here. Aphex is in the orange. SVM is in the army. Breaker on the light ram linker. Wow, the heavy punch caught the backdash. 2 hits on that. This is pretty good. Didn't even, wow, even with the manual, didn't get a level 3 on the KB meter. That was quite the break. Air to air, wrecking ball, flip out, throw will kill. Did you see how he held him there? Not only was that disrespectful, but it was also smart to try to waste out the instinct. You see how he's holding him again? You can throw right away there if you want as Rash. You don't have to hold him. See that? The reason he held him was to delay time on the instinct. That was the smart choice. Ooh, late cancel on the boot. Sweep as the meaty. He could have canceled into like a boot or a tongue or a just even comboed after. Oh, this is bad. It is huge damage, and afterwards the cart hits, although didn't quite get the right timing for the recapture. Ew. Tongue on tongue action. Oh, that is actually not plus when you cancel into the tongue like that, but he got the button anyway. Counterbreaker dead. All right. I think this is a losers top 8 qualifier, by the way, chat. Ooh, Shadow Boot? No, I don't even know what the good option is there because it has armor. Wrecking Ball has armor on the way up. Oh. Combo off this? Oh no, didn't get the combo. He is in danger. The Wrecking Ball armor went through. Boot. Didn't even try to button or a punish in the shadow counter.
Killing me.
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, of the well-known Rash players, these are 2 of them, and also, yeah, as people mentioned, Alex V in the chat. There's a lot of strong Rash players, especially lately. I think it took a little bit for this character to be understood, if that makes sense. Right? But what's it called? Once people really got into the character, he's quite strong. Really good. Man, if Rash got a Tim's customization, that would have been so tight. Alrighty, game 2. How can you think Rash is boring? I actually don't. Anytime I see people say Rash is boring, I just think to myself, you're a real hater. First of all, the character is so charismatic, and second of all, he's really fun to watch. Like, yeah, he's really good, but would you rather him be bad? Like, you'd never see him if he was really bad. Nice anti-air, too. That crouching heavy punch was way up there. Breaks the medium kick, though. Ooh. The Shadow Tims. The Twirling Tims. What did Steve call that? The Spinning Timberland. That's what it was. Yeah, standing medium kick is great for Rash juggles because it has a really high hitbox, and you can cancel it into tongue. Like, all of his moves, right? Oh, no. I think Aphex thought he had instinct there, and he was a little shy. Not going to kill. But extra damage here. Instinct for sure, right? No instinct. Maybe he thought he might die right there. This would be a shadow. Oh, extended a little bit, hoping that he was not going to break right away. Raw boot. Uses the light kick for the extension. Breaks the heavy punch. I think he reacted to that. It looked like he saw it and was like, this is good. No, doesn't have shadow. The cart hits anyway, misses it, and the shadow again. Yeah, the shadow boot is really good. It has one of the largest hitboxes of anything I can think of in the game, to be honest. Yeah, jumping heavy kick hits after, and we got a tie game. No instinct available. Wrecking Ball's in, hits the heavy punch after. I like that double ender there. It was wall splat ender and a damage ender. Delays the boot to get the hit. Caught the... It looked like backdashing a button. Raw boot. Oh, that was a sick little juggle, actually. Shadow counters the jab chain. Something that Rash does a lot, right, is jab chains into throws or into tongue or into jump or whatever. Like, he has a lot of different setups he uses off that. All right, this is pretty big. That feels bad. To get thrown out of that pressure right there. Oh, no. Just do it again. Wrecking Ball that time. Shadow Tims. Damn, that throw wasted a lot of time. The card, but it doesn't matter.
These cameos are killing me.
One each. How good is Rash? Extremely good. Yeah, he's one of the best characters in the game. Super, super good character. And really fun character. Like, he does a lot of combos that are juggles, which is really tight. And he has really good mid-range buttons and really strong air approach buttons, too. Yeah, Wrecking Ball is really useful. Boot is really useful. His standing heavy kick and his tongue are really strong. He has a lot of really good stuff, honestly. He just is full of really, really useful tools. Ooh, standing heavy punch, no cancel. Just went for the jab check after him. I kind of like that idea. Boot into backdash into boot into jab into boot. This is good pressure already for Aphex. Man. Oh. The walk back gets clipped by the heavy kick. Recapture. Delayed back heavy punch for the manual. Yeah, that was free damage on the lockout. Oh, the cart. Ram horn. Throw. Into the cart, although I don't think he had the KV there to get the recap anyway, right? Or maybe it was just the timing. I'm not sure. Clean. That anti-air was way up there. He was in the stratosphere trying to tongue his way in. His crouching heavy punch is really good. It's the reason it's such a useful anti-air is that, what's it called? He can cancel it and get a great juggle after. Like, he doesn't just get crouching heavy punch. He gets crouching heavy punch, boot, or tongue, or... Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, he no cancel. If he did boot or something there, that shadow counter would have clipped. And breaks the medium kick on the juggle, too. Look for the back heavy punch. Didn't rise fast enough. Man, that range where they're both walking back looking for a heavy kick is so funny, by the way. Oh, recap here? Bonk. And there's a breaker after. There's a little bit of extra damage anyway. He already got 19% or 20% on that anti-air. That's an important thing to think about in this game, chat. It's like, yeah, he broke that anti-air combo, but it was a 20% anti-air, and then he broke it. So, like, getting 20% as an anti-air before the break is great, right? Like, you gotta feel pretty good about that. That's a lot of damage. Oh, I like the crouching heavy punch manual. Missed the combo, though. That is pretty rough. Heavy punch caught the backdash. And you see the jumping. I think they're both trying to bait a wrecking ball, but neither went for a first whiff punish. Ooh, goes low on the wall splat. Short combo. Breaker on that. If he counter broke, that might have been it. So very, very scary position. Aphex almost has instinct too. That was a key break. If he blocks anything here, any chip. Oh, that was bad. He's got it now. He built the instinct. Shadow Horns, though, goes through. He's got a Shadow Boot. Yeah, didn't respect it. No, he had it an extra hit. Shadow Boot, chip. Chip, good block. Both in danger. Wrecking Ball, no anti-air. And the problem is, I think SVM should have Shadow Booted again. Right? He should have Shadow Booted again. But the problem is like, I think he was concerned about the height on it. God. That was terrifying. All right, 2-1. Yeah, one of the nice things about this game, and a lot of fighting games are like this. What's it called? Where there is no way to tell who has what skin or costume or headdress or whatever, right? So like you just are like running around like I don't know who's who, but in KI it shows their color and it shows like if they're wearing a hat or glasses or whatever it is. It's she, her for SVM. Got it. This is a close set, man. It's been a nail biter. I feel like every single top 8 qualifier has just been like this, right? Like what was the first one? We had Nicky Base and then the Letalis and what's it called? Letalis and Sonic Dolphin set was like this. And now this set is the same thing. Boot is such a funny move though, because even though boot is like unsafe, the pushback on it is so far. There's the throw. Yeah, you can see it in the portraits. Top left and top right, you can tell who's who pretty easily. Oh, heavy linker, no break. Got the heavy kick manual after. This is a lot of damage too. And now I think you can see Aphex kind of playing a little slow there. Yeah, it was like waiting back at full screen, waiting for the wrecking ball or something, because if you have a deficit like this in a matchup, you kind of have to, you feel the urge to approach. Good. That was good not to just do the automatic recapture. Smart matchup knowledge. Man, she was just able to break. I was going to say, I think the Shadows will trade here, but didn't end up mattering because of the cart anyway. Oh, wake up cart. Wrecking ball. Breaks the heavies. That was a good read. Juggle here. That's a rough lockout to E. Although she doesn't have meter. This will be wake up instinct. That's heavy punch, right? It's pretty easy there to just do that, right? Oh. Good pressure. Good challenge. Yeah. Good challenge. The thing is like, button into tongue is negative, but it's so fast. So it's like really hard to challenge it, right? Because even though it's negative, like it happens so quick that you're like, oh shit, what happened? Wait, what now? Oh. Back to the corner. Yeah, not only can Rash hold on to the throw, that'll be a punish. Not only can Rash hold on to the throw, but can switch sides too. So he can choose, like, do I want to send you to the corner? Do I want to throw you this way? Do I want to throw you that way? God, that did a grip. Wrecking Ball didn't get the anti-air in time. It depends on where the Wrecking Ball hits, how plus Rash is after. And so your anti-air options will also differ. God, this is a rough starter. Break on the throw. I don't think either of them have tried to break throw until that point. Shadow Boot here? No, went for the Shadow Horns. Shadow Boot that time. In the front, great blocks from Aphex. Oh, double Wrecking Ball. This could kill. Shadow Boot, it's enough. I was just going to say, you don't need to extend too much longer, correct? Like, that combo is not going to go that far. So the cash out was perfect. Perfect. Well played. Damn, that was a close set. The triple pump. Rash players, you know, they're the type to say GG's when it was BG's. If you catch my drift. It's that way. You guys cracked me up. One more match wrapping up, then we have our top 8. Oh, are we running another one on stream? What? Oh, it's going to finish off stream. I see. Okay. It all wrapped up. Somebody asked Keith some random question and got timed out for 99,999 seconds. That's pretty funny. You know, he's just here to enjoy his day like everybody else. Eat shit and shut up. Damn, then he messaged a mod and said, suck my dick. Well, you know, I don't think you had a lot of hope to begin. I don't think you had a lot of hope to begin with. You know that? Good try. Whoop. You can see it over here. So top 8. It's time to duel versus the Chronicle and Base versus Letalis and winners. Then the winner of our match that's wrapping up versus Callisto and then Nicky. And then one of the matches that just happened, right? Is this the Aphex match or is this the Aphex match? I don't remember. But it's being wrapped up right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and stretch, fill up on some water since I'm almost out, and then grab some coffee, I think, in a second here. Or maybe I'll grab some coffee at the next break. I'll grab some coffee at the next break. Thanks to my lovely bracket runners and all of you for running this. We started the tournament like 3 hours ago. We're in top 8 now. Feels pretty good to make it to top 8 already. Thanks everybody for playing along and doing your best to report your matches ASAP and hanging out. I'm a big fan. Tournament's been fun so far. I'm going to take a quick break. You guys should get up, grab a snack, get a drink, stretch, all that kind of stuff. I'll be back in like a minute or two, and then we'll start top 8, all right?